I'm your DM, Falcon, and my players I will introduce in just a moment. We're not frozen. Okay, cool. Looks like we only had that problem once today. Let's bring everybody else in.
Probably gonna be muting a bunch because I'm still like coughing up a shitstorm.
Nice. Alright, hey everybody, what's up?
Feel that for you.
The ceiling is up.
You know, just feel free to understand that I'm not asking you that question whenever I address everybody.
You know what else is up? My blood pressure.
The walls
Oh.
of my house are up.
Nice.
Shouldn't they be,
What?
sideways?
No. As long as they're going up, it's a good thing. Now,
That's fair.
if they start falling down, well, then we have issues.
I guess I'll allow it this time.
That was like a pre-recorded response.
Next time it might not be so nice.
Alright, so when we last left off, I just realized I forgot to grab my ambience. Hold on. Keep talking about stuff then. Hold on.
I hate my workplace.
So, how about that local sports team?
Of course, it was going to be the local sports team.
What's wrong with your workplace? We'll take notes and discuss. Who's got the worst place?
We'll trade.
Woof.
Basically,
It's
new
like
guy
wife swap.
showed up, worked an hour and a half, went on lunch, which is supposed to be 20 minutes. I didn't see him at all during my 4-hour shift today. And my coworkers decided to fight about this at length, at volume, with swear words in front of the customers.
Did he leave in the middle of his shift and just go home?
I have no idea. He went on break and never came back.
Where do you work?
Jeez.
In the mall, in the food court.
Rip.
Interesting. Maybe he got fired.
Well, no, because nobody at our workplace knows what happened to him, so he can't have been fired. 'Cause the boss seriously has no idea where he went.
Well, I can see him not having a job anytime soon.
Well, yeah, no,
Seriously.
I think unless he showed up and has a really good reason for having disappeared, I'm pretty sure he's fired now.
Yeah.
Fun bit would be, of course, he was hired to replace somebody else who was fired. I would have held on to the previous person a bit longer just to see if the new person worked out, but that's not how my manager wants to do things.
Yeah, I never
So now
understand management.
Down a person, and they're
It's not
possibly going to give
management.
me some of their hours, but they
Enablement.
can't give them all of their hours, or can't give me all of their hours because they don't want to pay me overtime. Oh, and the assistant manager is talking about quitting because she was the one that the manager was yelling with swearing at. Yeah.
Joyful.
We are a dysfunction junk.
Alright, sorry, I'm back.
Hi back.
So, last we left off with y'all, you
Ignored.
guys had left Etria and headed upwards into the Kaival Reach so that you could go through it to the desert to skirt the Reach northwards to get to Iril. Going through the Kaival Reach requires you to pass through the small but very rich mithril mining town of Khammet's Glory. As you were in Khammet's Glory, you took a couple days to kind of stay around in there because it was snowing quite badly and the pass wasn't totally safe to traverse. And while you were in one of the marketplaces, you watched a rug come to life and try to murder a merchant. Your current goal now, with the aid of a noblewoman named Lady Sapphire, is to try and find out what is happening, where the rug came from, and whatnot. That's what y'all are up to right now. So my first question for you guys is, how do you want to do that?
Very carefully.
Well, do we have any information on the guy who made it? Because when I asked my gods, they said that he was the same person who enchanted it.
Yes. Alright, hold on. Let me grab my notebook. Oops, that's a follow. Hello, Cool Hand Coon. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Irie. I'm glad to have you on board. Oop, that's facial practice for my good ASMR. My perfect child. Alright, where's my pencil? Okay. I'm drawing something really quickly. It's the quadrants of the city. There are 4 for the 4 cardinal directions. Northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest. Quadrants don't go in the cardinal directions, but, you know, whatever. Mines. Marketplace. Colonel Kestrel, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Irie. I'm glad to have you on board. Alright. Okay. What's up?
We're not really sure.
What?
Something
What?
Luke put in the chat.
Hey, Luke, quick question. What the fuck does that mean?
No
audience.
bloody idea. You're lucky I didn't put the beginning part of the chorus. It's whiskey in the jar, Irish ditty.
Oh, jeez.
For the audience,
I
it
should
reads...
It's
It's a contextless message that reads, "Whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar."
I cannot help you there. You'll need an adultier adult.
Yes, one who is successfully adulting.
Not sure why you just added that randomly into our current, you know, everything, but sure.
I'm not really certain either, but I mean, it kind of fits.
Not really? At all?
I'm trying to give Luke the benefit of the doubt here, people.
Why?
Well, the actual lyrics, the actual lyrics of the song, have to do with a guy who steals someone's money, and then runs off with it,
Shocking
only
shots,
to have
Miles,
it
K218,
catch up to him and
Serene
him
Raven,
end up in jail.
The money catches up to him? That's pretty impressive.
No, the guy he stole from.
I don't know, I like my version better.
I'm picturing dollar bills with tiny little legs.
It's playing right now
Jeez.
on my end.
It's an
Okay.
enemy stand.
Okay, so, y'all. So,
Buttons.
what you know about the city of Khammet's glory is that it's divided into 4 quadrants: northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Pretty simple. The palace is to the northwest, the lake is in the center, where you are is in the northeast quadrant, the marketplace, your inn is in the southeast, and the mines are in the southwest. You know this merchant lives somewhere in the southwest near the mines.
Okay.
Or not
what
the
was
merchant,
his
the
name
weaver.
again?
The merchant or the rug weaver.
Either. Both.
The merchant is Orisk, and the weaver is Arius. I don't have my Zans with me. Oh shit!
Can you spell those in the chat?
Sure can. Lurker, listen, we're not here for this.
What? Sorry, you cut out.
I can't tell if that was sarcastic or not. So, what are you planning on doing? You want to find this merchant? Fuck, weaver?
Hmm.
Seems like a good place to start.
Okay. How do you plan on doing that?
I
Does
suppose...
anyone know where he lives? Is there like a phone book
well-
equivalent in this?
The problem is he was recently kicked out, right?
Correct.
So he might have moved. He could have, I don't know, been holding up in a nice cave somewhere. I know I do that whenever I get fired.
The person who we were following could possibly give us a clue as to where to look, could they not?
The person you're following?
Lady
Yeah.
Sapphire?
Lady Sapphire, yes. Yeah, it was known that Arius lived in the southwest quadrant over sort of near the mines because his family wasn't traditionally a merchant family, it was a mining family, and he sort of broke out of that trend. And this is things that Lady Sapphire is telling you. And because apparently she knows about this guy.
Remind me what Lady Sapphire's position is again. Is she like...
She's a
senior
noblewoman.
servant? Noblewoman, okay.
Yeah, she is, she's one of the nobility of the city. If you ask, she'll tell you that. She'll tell you pretty much anything she can think of.
And just comic score of 1M or 2?
2.
Okay. I'm keeping notes.
No
To
worries.
So if I
Of
run to these
course.
people again, I could be like, "Oh yeah, you're frantic shuffling of papers. That person."
I really want to imagine, just like now mentally in my head, whenever Mir's like trying to remember something, she just makes the noise of like shuffling papers.
That's really fun. I love that.
Meanwhile,
like that.
when Minato's trying to remember people, it's just going to be the clinking of metal as she taps her gauntlet.
I mean,
Wait,
it's better
what?
than temp.
Because you're going to hear this as I scroll through my many sticky notes on my screen.
I don't know. Still better than temp. Temp's just gonna be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, Temp's not even gonna try. He's just gonna be like, sure, I'm just gonna ask.
Person.
I
Yeah.
feel like Zacro would be like, "Oh yes, Steve. Yes, you're Steve. What are you talking about? Your name is
Instant-
Steve. I'm sure of it. Your name is also Steve.
Got like a Mabel
And
you're
Stevette.
vibe there.
My
Steve,
name
then?
No, it's
Stefan.
Steve now. Shh.
Jesus, what is
Yeah.
this, Minecraft? Please.
I hadn't even thought about that.
JD. JD, are you just living in Minecraft?
I'm living in suffering.
Well, that's
so-
fair.
Oh, that's my
I'm
favorite.
li-
That's my hometown.
That's where I'm from.
Is that your favorite Is that your favorite terrain?
I work there.
Favorite terrain is suffering.
Ah.
Mood.
All right, so let's.
Anyway, Enough shenanigans and tomfoolery.
We should
for the
ask Lady
moment.
Sapphire if she knows where this dude or his family lives, and if she doesn't know, maybe we could ask the guild.
Yeah, she can direct you to the general location
Ooh,
where he
or
lives.
we could ask the post office too.
Brilliant.
Sure, yeah,
They
sure.
would if he changed addresses, they might know.
Sure,
So
yeah.
we'll try them if he's moved.
Unless, he was evil and didn't tell them that he changed his address.
Well, that's his problem. Let's go ask.
Sure, yeah.
Truly only a
So where are you
dastardly
going?
fellow
Are you
would do
going to
something
try
like
and
that.
go find his house? Or are you going to the post office? What are you doing?
Well, Lady Sapphire's here, so I guess we'll start by asking her, and if she knows at least where he used to live, we'll head there.
Okay, Lady Sapphire knows, sort of vaguely where in the city he is, but she doesn't know, like, every person's house. She just knows he's somewhere near the mines in the southwestern quadrant.
Alright, we could either poke around there and ask neighbors, or we could maybe go to the Weavers Guild and ask them if they know where he previously resided, and maybe also if there was anything particular going on before he left.
Alternatively, team, we could, split up and look
Split?
for clues.
I don't want to be alone.
Splitting the parties.
I just want to be clear, Temp is the Shaggy of this group.
Save it.
Sure.
Should Mir start making Scooby-Doo noises?
No.
Yes.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Not.
As long as she gets lots of Scooby snack.
Absolutely not. Please stop.
You cannot stop us.
So,
Welcome to
are
the
we
New
splitting
Year,
up
folks.
or are we sticking together?
I vote for stick together.
Cover more ground.
I mean,
if we
yeah,
split up.
splitting up would, it would help us cover more ground.
But we're not familiar with this area.
That's true.
Yeah, and then we could get lost.
Or attacked by highwaymen. We're in the city.
Why do they always have to be men anyway?
Those men are
I
evil.
find that slightly offensive.
And why is it always on the highway? Why can't
Yeah.
it be like the
On the
freeway,
freeway or the
Or-
interstate.
or an avenue? Why can't it be avenue men?
And why do we park on a driveway but drive on a parkway?
Getting sidetracked here, guys. Mir will stick with you, Zacro. Partly so that you are not alone, and also because you seem to be the one with the most propensity to injure yourself.
Have you met Temp?
True.
Have you stuck your face in poisonous mushrooms and inhaled the sweet smell of their poisonous spores?
Fair enough.
You're welcome to join us as well if you want.
That's a good squad. Let's do it.
And Mir and Brahm
Then half.
be slightly more subtle as needed.
Okay, so you guys are splitting up.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Minato's going to go knock on some doors.
We need to resolve where are we going to meet up and when.
Is there a central
Um,
hub to the city? He said
Well, we
it's
could
broken
meet
down
back
into
at our
quadrants.
inn. What time is it now?
Dinner time.
Probably noonish.
So, want to meet. Would sunset be like late or earlier or what the hell? I mean, it's snowing, but I don't know what season it is.
It's spring. So sunset would be pretty early because it is early. It is early spring.
Okay. So meet back at the inn around sunset. Does that sound?
I guess.
I will do my best. If I'm a little late, I'll try
And
and
if
let
it
you
gets
know.
dark and we don't know where people are, it'll be easier to see any sort of signals if we have to send something up.
That's true, though the snow does make it a little hard to see through for any significant distance.
Mere signal is a pillar of sacred fire coming down from the sky. That's how you'll know something is wrong. She's actually using that spell.
Alright. So, give me the groups.
Think Mir, Zakro, and Tempe are gonna go along with us?
Sure. Why not? Punch Boy can come along.
Are you going to the merchant or the weaver?
Minato's
I don't know.
going
Where
to
are
the
we going,
Weaver.
team?
I think we were
Temp
gonna
just works
go.
here.
The post office.
Well,
Sure, let's hit up the post office.
okay.
Yeah.
Mir will send a letter while she's there. Form her family that she hasn't been eaten by any trolls. That
Yep.
we're off to find the culprit behind a murderous rug.
Okay, and then Minato and Brahm?
I'm heading to go find the Weaver.
Alright.
Knock on some doors.
Wait, so
As long
are
as you're
either of
not
us
knocking on
going to
some
the actual
skulls.
weaving guild?
Well, why would he be there if he's been kicked out?
Right, but I mean, they might know where he previously lived. Even if he's not still living there, that could at least give us a place to start, and they might know if anything was going on just before he left.
Yeah, I suppose.
Ooh, that's a 1. That's a nat 1. So,
Well, we know he's in the southwestern quadrant, near the mines.
would Lady Sapphire keep an eye on Nyx?
Okay, well, I feel like one group
Vaguely.
should go to the weaving guild just to ask about this guy, what kind of person he was, and
Where-
what schools of magic he practiced.
Where is the Weaving Guild in regards to the mine district?
The Weavers Guild is near the marketplace in the northeastern quadrant.
And mines were northwest
Roll
or
twice
south.
for this bad boy.
It's the exact opposite way.
And 8.
Of course, we're still near the marketplace, aren't we?
No value. Yeah, you're still in it, really.
Okay. I'll make a stop on the way.
By the way, just while you guys are discussing what you're doing, it occurs to you after a few minutes that you've not been keeping an eye on your little dude, and he is
I was about to
nowhere
ask
in
about him,
sight.
god damn it.
He is nowhere in sight.
Gosh, diddly darn it.
Right, so first order of business is to find our Drake.
Yeah. Also, are either team taking Lady Sapphire with you?
Ooh, we should.
It's up to you
Because
guys.
she's awesome.
We'd more comfortable working with her.
It's up to you
We
guys.
should totally do it.
If she wishes
Would,
to accompany me, that's fine.
Perhaps Brahmin Minato could, or wait, which group is Lady Sapphire going with?
We have to decide.
I was gonna say, maybe Brahmin Minato go to the Weavers Guilds, ask them about it, figure out where his old residence is, and we could
Yeah,
maybe meet at his old residence, and we'll ask the post office, and if Lady Sapphire goes with us, they might be slightly more inclined to give up someone's address to Lady
one of the
Sapphire than a
nobles,
bunch
yeah.
of random vagabonds
That's true.
who are from out of town.
Also,
excuse me, who are you calling a random vagabond? I'm a very specific vagabond.
can
Chat,
But
what
they
should
don't know
Nyx be
that.
doing right now?
Minato's gonna yell
suggestion,
out maze.
That's really
Okay.
corny. Why do you keep doing that?
Forward.
Roll persuasion. No, that's stupid. Roll animal handling. I don't know why I did that.
Oh, dang. That would have been so much better for me if it was persuasion.
Persuade the Drake.
Would it
Uh,
help if Mir yelled Maze in Nato's voice?
We're looking at about 13 right there.
I don't think that's an
Okay.
about.
You hear a distant chirping.
I mean, sports.
Do we have like a specific call or anything that we can do to attract it?
Minato taught him how to come on command, so.
Let's follow the chirping. He may not be able to find his way back through the market stalls.
Aw.
Okay.
Backtrack a bit and repeat every now and again.
Oh, pardon me, everybody.
All right. You're calling for him, but he doesn't seem to be able to triangulate your location very easily.
Of course, he doesn't know
So he's not. You can tell that like he's moving, but he's not moving the right way.
I get out my whistle, give it 3 blows, then repeat maze at yelling it again,
All right.
and then repeat the 3 chirps.
Holy shit.
Mir
okay.
tries making some Drake sort of chirping sounds to see if that helps.
Okay. Well. Okay. I just rolled some interesting stuff. Yeah,
jeez.
no, he hears you. And this time he pinpoints the noise exactly right. And because he had advantage on this perception to find you and move towards you roll, and got natural 20s both times,
Oh!
what,
I think he's just a god at this point, isn't he?
you see him come skidding around like a corner, like going full speed,
Yes.
and there's a couple people sort of chasing after him, but he evades them by leaping onto somebody's cart and then literally into the air and like half flying almost over to you guys. He is holding what looks to be a slightly gnawed-on table leg in his mouth as well.
Of course. I love it.
And he brings it up to you and he drops it at your feet.
I pet him.
He licks your hand.
He's very good.
I pat his head, and then go meet the people chasing after him.
Yeah, they're a little annoyed, because
Little
he.
Feeling
at
we're
the
going
fact
to be
that-
buying a table in the near future.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody was making. Well, this was a like a crafting thing, and they were making a table, and he stole one of the legs and ran off with it.
Can Mir try mending on the table leg? See if it helps.
Sure, yeah. No, yeah. You can pick it up and you can kind of look it over, and it's just some real deep tooth marks. It's not like broken in half or anything. So you can return it to its former shine, and then hand it back to the other folks.
Mir
We'll
like just
see.
scoots up sheepishly next to Minato and holds it
Well,
out
okay,
to the
Mir's
people.
helpful. I'm not.
My apologies.
They'll accept their table leg back. And one of them goes, "Keep it in track next time."
Dutifully, I walk over and tie the rope to the harness.
All right. Okay. So the groups are. What are the groups?
I think
Minato and Brahm, and then everybody else.
All right, Lady
Well,
Sapphire.
we're gonna take the Drake with us too, right?
Well, yeah.
extra muscle.
Muscle.
And, to keep him from running off again.
I always misspell Sapphire.
Make sure he doesn't eat anybody's rug over at the Weaving Guild.
Okay. So I think we'll go Weaver's Guild first because it's closer, and then we'll go on over to other group. So Beer, Zakro, Temp, and Lady Sapphire. You guys head over to the Weaver's Guild, which is in another. It's
I
a
thought
less.
we were headed for the post office.
Oh, you guys are.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh shoot.
Minato and Brahm, and I thought Lady Sapphire was going
Yes.
with them.
I thought she was going with us because we were going to the post office. We didn't think the post office would just hand over someone's address to a bunch of
Fair, yeah.
wandering vagabonds.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Okay,
I mean,
sorry.
we know we're nice people, but they don't know that.
That's fair, that's fair. Okay, so in that case, we're doing Minato, Brahm, and Nyx first.
Yep.
Alright, you two, you head out of the building and hang a right down this sort of main thoroughfare in the northeastern quadrant. And the Weaver's Guild building is not as large as the marketplace by any stretch of the imagination, but it is another fancy quarried stone building. The same sort of marble as the marketplace was made of. And when you sort of enter, it's less. It almost looks like a bank foyer, sort of, but without like the teller windows and whatnot. And instead, there's just like a bunch of closed doors. There is a reception desk.
Cool.
That's
Walk
what I
up to the reception desk.
Okay. At the reception desk, there is a short, sort of, like dark brown gray skinned woman sitting there writing on something.
Well, it's,
Greetings,
does she have a
milady.
bell to ring or anything like that?
No, she's just sitting there.
Minato walks up. Greetings, milady.
And she looks up. Do you have an appointment?
No, just, we're here to collect some information.
Hmm.
We seem to have run into a small mishap with one of the, vendors at one of the weaver's stalls. He, almost lost his life to an enchanted rug by a former member. I was wondering if, you could give us the address to an Arias?
Well, not heard of that happening yet. I
It
don't.
just happened.
All
We're
right.
here under the orders of Lady Sapphire.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. I don't know if I still have the information. It was probably struck from the records if he was removed from the guild, which I think he was. I think I remember that happening. Give me a second, guys. Billy Sage, thank you for the $20. I very, very much appreciate it. What would you like to have me do to my party, or in any other game that happens in some time in the future? You get to submit an action or request for me to fulfill, I suppose. Thank you again for your generous donation to the IRA. Alright, sorry, yes. Yes, she says she doesn't know exactly if she'll look through her records, for sure. And she pulls out this sort of big, heavy book and starts flipping through pages.
Is the name Arias familiar to you? Have you heard of him before?
Yeah, I think so. He was one of... There's a lot of members in this guild, and, I think there was quite a bit of a commotion about him a few months ago. But he hasn't been around recently. If he has been kicked out, that's why. A roper. Oh, I like it. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, I can do that for sure, since they're gonna do some combat today. Yes. So she has heard it. She's looking through this big old book, and otherwise it is silent. Here, let me see if... Yeah, after a couple minutes, she turns a couple more pages and then stops and reads through a few entries and goes, "Right, Arius, I think this is him. He lives over by the mines, sort of on the edge of the city. That will probably be where you'd still find him, presuming he hasn't moved house, which I doubt he would, unless he's lost it for some reason, which he shouldn't. His whole family owns that house." That's the information I have for you. That is the information you are given.
Okay.
My thanks, Minato bows, and she
Oh yeah, I don't know if I actually said out loud she gives you the address, but she gives you the address.
Okay.
JD dropped the
I'll
dice on
flip
that
her a
party.
gold piece for her time.
I was gonna say Minato puts underneath the book 5 gold pieces
Okay.
It
With
sounds
a-
like it was a very heavy book.
with a sleight of hand of 21.
That's yeah, okay, sure, yeah. You like sort of lean onto the counter just to like nod your thanks, and you slip the 5 gold underneath the book.
The real question is, with a sleight of hand that good, will she even know they're down?
Well, when
Not
she goes
yet.
to move the book, she'll find them, and that's the idea.
Yeah, she hasn't seen it yet, but she nods to you and she says, "Is there anything else you need?"
No, that'll be all. Thank you very much.
Sure,
And
yeah.
Minato takes a little bit higher of a grab on the makeshift leash and guides Ix to the door.
Yeah, by the way, the receptionist kind of like looks over the desk. She goes, "Oh, you've got very cute Drake."
Thank you. He's a bit of a
Does
Riley
Nick
one.
wag his tail when he's told
Yeah,
he's
sure.
a good drink?
Yeah.
Good.
Adorable.
All right, let's go to the other group.
Howdy. It's your boy.
That is Zakro, Mir, Temp, and Lady Sapphire. What are you up
So
to?
I'm assuming she can lead us to the post office
Yeah, for sure.
to ask.
Anything you want to talk to her about on the way there?
Does she know this Weaver in particular, or if there have been any other incidents?
Second, I'm grabbing my monster manual. No, she does not know him specifically. And as far as she knows, this incident was the first of its kind.
Probably a good thing that murderous rogues aren't a common occurrence.
Venture to say that's probably correct.
Have they had any other odd troubles or things going on lately?
Not recently. It's a pretty calm town. Oh, well, a few months ago. Well, this is completely unrelated. But there was some.
I.e., from a different game.
Maybe. There was some commotion with a lost councilman who was doing some dark magic under the mountain, but other than that, no, nothing bad at all.
Alright.
Only dark magic roaming its way through here or there.
He was stopped. There were some other wanderers who happened by at just the right time.
They sound like swell people.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, this was definitely another one shot you ran.
One of them was probably pretty handsome. I mean, what?
Wait, so who did you just refer to?
I don't know.
Do you even remember who you played?
Wait, oh, that one shot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Except
Nice.
that wasn't handsome, that was more
I know.
fabulous.
Not even there.
What's up, JD?
Nothing.
JD.
JD.
I'm so
JD.
confused.
Nice to
I'm
meet
so
you.
confused. I'm Dad. JD.
Woof. Yeah, I'll absolutely have him hit with a roper. I'm looking forward to it.
JD.
So you guys get to the post office. It is it's a smaller building. Much plainer stone, and wood rather than that fancy quarried stone that makes up the larger sort of, marketplace buildings. And you can go in, and there's a lot of snow on the floor from people who have gone in or out today, but it's overall pretty deserted.
Guess Mir goes up to the counter and looks to see if there's a clerk or someone.
There's a bell.
Ding.
1 minute! And then
Mir
this,
looks at the
this...
stamps while we wait.
What's up?
I said Mir looks at the stamps while we wait.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees
Pretty.
with different kinds of pine cones. Very nicely drawn. This sort of this harried-looking short woman hurries out from the back, and she sees all of you, and she also sees Lady Sapphire, and she goes, "Oh, what do you need?"
We had sort of an incident down in the marketplace. We're trying to find residents of a weaver named Arius. We're wondering if you would know his address, or to find him, and if he had changed residences recently.
Well, we don't keep records of people's addresses. We just go and find them.
We just go and find them.
Yeah, it's not that they have like, oh, this person lives here in like a database. They just input it. They just know where houses are. They don't know which people live in those houses. You can address something to anybody and they'll still go to the same house.
Do you by chance have a map or directory of that the general mining area, so at least know where the streets are?
Yeah, of course. It's actually funny. There's like a little kiosk of tiny pamphlets, and if you open it up, it has like a little not badly drawn, but like a not very exact, but it's a map of the city that's sort of cartoonish in design, like it's blocked colors rather than detail.
Yeah.
But it's a map.
Mir notes down as many street names as you can from the mining district. Hopefully, if the other group has an address, we can find it without too much trouble.
Okay.
Oh, and then Mir wants to mail a quick letter home.
All right. Yeah. It's gonna be a silver to mail it from this location.
Can do.
They have to put it on a very large mountain goat. They have to
It is
ride...
a bit of a ways away.
Yeah, someone has to take a mountain goat down.
I don't want any other context. I just want to hear they have to put it on a very large mountain goat and just like no explanation as to why.
Mir pays a silver and picks out a pretty stamp for it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. With that, you can absolutely just transfer your letter over, and it'll get to your family at some point. Woof.
Yay!
Oh God, the yawns hit me hard
All
tonight.
right, I guess we head toward the mining district and see if we can meet up with the other group. Hopefully, they'll have a specific address to look for.
Sure. Give me a second. What can you do? Can you find things? No.
Why do I feel like we're rolling for random encounters?
We're not, don't worry.
I'm guessing she's checking her notes.
Do you guys think you would be able to just find each other? Do you think that would be an issue?
I mean, maybe. We don't know
Well,
much.
if we're given like the same address, I would say it'd be pretty.
Well, we don't have a
easy.
specific address. Is there like an entrance to the mining area, or?
Yeah, it's over on the southwestern side of the city.
I guess we'll wait at the entrance to the mining district and hopefully.
Didn't we have some sort of spell or psychic thing that we were using when we were plane hopping that we could use to keep in track?
Sending stones.
Oh yeah.
Do we have 2 of them with us though?
Minato does not have one.
I think you have more than one guy with you because you dropped multiples off at
We have both.
SFTV in Etria.
Well, we had like a sending stone and Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
No, because I remember saying
Dwayne the
sending
Scrying
stones.
Stone Johnson?
Sorry.
I'm so used to just having Dwayne the Rock Johnson not be
Tia.
the guy. Yeah, you have 2. We'll just say you have 2, and you guys have an intelligence of above 0, so you gave one group each one.
Wait,
Yep.
I do?
Yes,
Lucky
buddy, your
doggies.
intelligence is 7.
No, it's not. It's -5.
So yeah, well, yeah, you can have sending stones.
Hey. So we find each other and we, I guess, go to this guy's house.
Okay. Okay.
I guess so.
I'm just looking up something real quick. What spells do you have? Not. What spells am I about to give you? How do you not have sending? That's a little bit ridiculous, but okay. Whatever.
Gosh, it'd be really nice if I could go 5 seconds without coughing.
Rip,
He says as he starts coughing again.
of course, obviously.
Sounds like you have the the upper respiratory crud.
Yeah.
I do. It's the worst. Hey, at least you didn't hear me on Thursday, because I sounded like I smoked 6 packs a day.
Rip.
I am
Hopefully-
finally not coughing, but I did at one point when I was coughing in a public restroom have someone ask me, "Are you okay in there, or are you dying?"
I'm dying.
I'm dying, but I'll be fine. That
I'm
is
dying,
definitely not what
honey.
I'm currently
But it'll
experiencing.
be alright.
It's the picture where it's that dude. It's a thumbs up, but it's sticking directly from underneath the waters of the ocean, so all you can see is the hand.
That's me.
Or up from a grave. I'm already dead. Just
I've only got the tuberculosis.
Woof.
The tuberculosis.
Yeah, that's what it's called, right?
I'll be just fine with my pneumonia, my pneumonia, and my
Okay, please
tuberculosis.
stop.
It hurts.
moving right along.
Moving along. You guys find each other. You guys can relay the address that you got to Group A, to Post Office Team, and sort of meet up in the general area.
Mir pulls out her little map
Okay,
and
cool.
hopefully helps us find the right street.
Sure. It's not too hard to
She
find.
also gives Nyx a little pat on the head.
He licks your hand.
He gets a mouthful of feathers.
The house is not too hard to find. It's not like a big. It's not like a big super fancy house. Although, you know, compared to the average house, every house in Khammet's Glory is slightly fancy, at the very least. And it is, when you do find it, it is surrounded by a wrought iron fence, and the gate leading in is locked, and it looks to be dark inside.
Mir takes a moment just to go, ooh, at the houses, because she literally lived in a hole in the ground. A cozy hole in the ground with nice furniture, but all this big architecture.
Yep. So, what would you like to do?
Hello?
Knock on the door.
Yeah.
Gate's locked.
Hmm.
Is there a bell or knock or anything around?
Mm-mm.
Oops. Door's open.
What did you
I mean, you can't just, like, say that. That's not how D&D works.
Sleight of hand, right?
No, it's thieves' tools, but sure, go on.
Okay. Thieves' tools. I get proficiency with that. So that is 20.
Okay. Yeah, you very quickly,
Non-natural.
you just kind of look around, and then pick the lock open. And Lady Sapphire kind of looks disapprovingly at you a little bit.
I was gonna say, should we be picking locks in front of AO?
She goes, was that really necessary?
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about as I open the gate.
Mir just sort of puts her beak in her hands a bit.
Lady Sapphire deliberately looks away from your crime that you just committed in front of a noble. And you guys can go up to the door. The door is also locked. And
I
it-
knock at
knock?
this one.
yeah, you knock. There's also a doorbell that you can
Ooh, doorbell.
you can press and have it ring.
No.
Okay, yeah, it goes ding dong.
Okay,
but,
now dash.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
What?
What have you done?
I don't.
I've done nothing.
I
You're
don't
getting an
understand.
elbow in the ribs from Mir.
Yeah, you ring the doorbell, and after a few minutes, no one has come to the door.
I break down the door.
Do you
Okay.
actually?
No.
Press the doorbell again.
It
Knock
rings.
a little bit louder.
No one comes. Nothing.
I cast fireball and blow a hole.
No. Why
You're a
you
monk.
You
can't
can't
do
cast.
that. Should we ask the neighbors?
I can dream. Okay.
Just ask if there's if they've seen anybody here and like looking around. Does it look like that place is abandoned? Are there weeds growing, or is everything still neat?
Well, everything's underneath snow, so it's a little
Alright.
hard to tell.
Okay, has the drive been shown?
No.
Is it anyone? Are there footprints in any of the snow besides ours?
No.
Press my ear up against the door. See what I can hear.
Roll perception.
Is there a mailbox around? Or is there,
There is. It's over by the gate.
16.
is there
16 perceived. You don't hear anything from the other side of the door.
Is there
Maybe
any
just-
evidence that it looks like someone's been living here?
Yeah, Mira's
Roll
checking the
perception.
mailbox to see if it's like
Roll percent.
piling up or if it has been recently. To double check the name on the envelopes.
Okay. You open up the mailbox, so there's like a couple little papers and notices in there. And like 2 of them are like advertisements for things that are happening. Mostly like marketplace stuff. They are addressed to Arius. I think his last name is Storgrim. Arius Storgrim? Yeah. So they're addressed to him, but none of them have been opened, and several of them are dated at least 2 months old.
So he hasn't been here for a while.
No. What's the lead?
Is there a neighboring house that's lit up?
Yeah.
Try there?
Sure.
Is there a chimney on this house?
Brom, what did you get on perception?
Sorry, pressing the wrong button. Which stat? Do you add anything to that for your rolls?
It is
that
your
not the-
wisdom and your proficiency
And-
if you're proficient in perception, which I don't think you are.
Okay, I got a 13.
Okay. And you were just trying to look for any signs of habitation at all?
Yeah, I mean, just like telltale signs, not just like, footprints in the snow or whatever, just like, does it look, I mean, obviously there's no like garbage cans or anything like that under the curb, but, like stuff you would look at that would be evidence that there's human activity.
Fancy
or
garbage cans.
whatever.
Smoke from the chimney.
Okay.
Yeah, just, anything like that.
You take a step back and give the house a once over. There's no smoke in the chimney. And you kind of step off the path and walk back and forth and get a look at the sides of the house. And you do notice one thing, and it is that there is a small sort of ground level basement window. And that has been shattered.
Oh? That's not good.
Not good at all.
I don't know why Temp suddenly became German, but
Beats me.
Is it big enough for, like, how big is the hole? Like,
It's one of your like little
bipedal person size?
It's like 3 by 1.
3 feet by 1 feet?
Yeah, 3 wide,
So
1
it's
tall.
enough that someone could scurry inside if they wanted to.
Like maybe a halfling or a gnome could,
Okay.
but
Or
nobody
a
else.
stout dwarf?
That'd be a struggle.
I was gonna say, can Mir? She's a small bean.
That's pretty tiny, right?
That's true.
excuse me.
The slimmest members of the party may be able to wiggle your way in there. A foot is not a lot of space, though.
Make
A
sure.
foot vertically?
Yeah, it's a foot vertical.
That's not that small.
I have gone through one of these sort of sized basement windows. I don't know why.
I mean, like, Brahm isn't going to fit through there, but,
Especially not in.
not in
Armor.
full plate mail.
I
That's true.
think he wears a chain shirt, but still, poor burly.
The player could fit through there, but that's a whole nother matter. I squeeze in all manner
There
of
could not fit.
corners.
All right, yeah. If you want to try and squeeze through the basement, be my guest.
Mir kind of
Does
looks over at
anyone
Lady
want to?
Sapphire and is like, well,
So
it
much
looks
fun. So much
abandoned
better.
and we see evidence of trespass, so we're going to investigate. Please don't arrest us.
I wouldn't have the power to arrest you, regardless of whether I wanted to or not. But I suppose I can
You're
find
going
no
to want to
fault
arrest
with what you're
us by the
doing.
end of this.
What was that?
Let's be honest. Yes, you're going to want to arrest us by the end of this, let's be honest.
You behave. Mir goes to
I
wiggle
have
through the
done
window.
nothing wrong
Was that in character, by the way?
yet. Yeah.
She looks over you with raised eyebrows. She goes, "Oh, really? Well, that's worrisome to hear."
Mir
Oh,
heaves
don't
a
worry
sigh
about it.
and just goes through the window, like, before Temp could say anything else.
Minato rolls her
Well, that
eyes
was all
and
Temp's gonna say.
holds onto the leash, giving Nyx a little bit of attention.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Lady Sapphire also looks at the window. She says, "I don't know if it would be possible for me to get through there. So, do you
Maybe
want?
you could ask neighbors? Maybe
do-
you and Brahm, since I know Brahm's not probably gonna fit there, if you want to ask the neighbors if they've seen anything suspicious around or know when he was last home.
Sure, I can do that. Yeah. I suppose that would be a useful course of action. Good luck. I might be able to. Perhaps one of them has a spare key, and I'll be able to find my way in."
Maybe.
Alrighty.
And she
I'll
kind of.
just
Sorry.
I'll just stay here and make sure no ne'er-do-well try and sneak up on us.
Mhm.
You keep guard with Nyx, Mir will wiggle in. Anybody else coming along?
I'll go.
Okay.
Does Zakrow fit, or is he staying with Nyx and Minato, or going with Brahm and Lady Sapphire? You have options.
Go in the investigation.
Alright.
Okay.
Kitty the bird and the half elf. Or no, I guess you're wood elf, aren't you? Full elf.
Yeah, I'm what elf?
Okay.
That's elfist.
Hold on while I.
An elf, a
write down
bird, and a
routines.
cat wiggle into a basement.
This sounds like the beginning of a really bad joke.
That's what I was going for.
Okay, so basement team is Mir, Zakrow, and
Temp.
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 Minato and Nyx are sitting outside by the window, keeping an eye out. Then
We are,
Brahm
in
and
fact,
Lady Sapphire, we're gonna
team
go
basement.
around and ask. Or Brahm could go with Lady Sapphire or sit with Minato, whichever he prefers. He
That's
just
up to you
doesn't
guys.
fit through the window. Brahm, you got a preference?
Not really.
How far is the front door from where the broken basement window?
A bit of a distance, honestly.
More than 30 feet?
No, probably about that much.
Okay.
Alright, Ford.
I'm going to attempt to unlock the front door with an invisible mage hand while Lady Sapphire's talking to people.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give that a go.
That's a 3, so that's 17.
Jesus, what? What is your bonus?
No, my proficiency bonus is 3.
Oh God. Okay.
And I rolled.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? How do you have a plus 14? You're level, 7. Jesus.
No, sorry.
We
I
secretly
rolled a
have the
14.
god of thieves in our group without
Fucking
knowing.
A.
I rolled a 14 and have a proficiency bonus of 3. I kind of just said it backwards
Good
and was trying to
God.
do the math.
I was like, that's not physically possible for you. You do. That requires expertise and an ability score of 22.
I see no problems there.
Yes?
You don't
Um,
have that.
No, I rolled a 17 total.
Okay, yeah, listen to that. Yeah, sure. You sort of send your mage hand over, to the front door, and you fiddle with the lock for for longer than you would like, while Lady Sapphire steps out, closes the gate behind her, and strides over to another house to just like knock on the door and start chatting. And it's very hard to see. She kind of disappears off into the snow. And you fiddle with the front door, and you, through your mage hand... Can you feel through your mage hand?
Yes, I can.
You feel the door sort of clunk as the lock gives underneath your fiddling, and it is open to you now.
Alright. I would like to open the door, put the mage hand on the other side of the door, and close the door, and just let it linger there. So, if there's no danger, well, then I just lock the door. If there is danger and we get a cry for help, well, door's unlocked for us to run into.
Hey,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, interesting. And Braun, what are you doing?
I think I'm with Minato still.
Okay.
Just carefully watching, keeping a lookout, I think.
Minato will be trying to engage in small talk.
Trying to look innocent.
Mindless banter as she's kind of focusing on unlocking the door.
Okay. So you're chatting with Braun?
Yeah.
Alright. Inside crew. You guys, you wheel your way through that window, and you are in a sort of very generic, bare bones, unfurnished basement. It is cement floor, just stone walls, and a dark staircase that leads up. Do all of you have dark vision?
I do.
Mir, you
Mir
do not
puts
have
up
dark
a
vision, so
small
you
light,
can't see.
Yeah, because I don't have dark vision.
Cormier, rest in pieces.
No.
Here, once again. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with that thing right now. Alright, give me just a second, folks. You said it's page 261. These bad boys are CR5. There's 3 of them. They should be fine. I don't see any reason to let them kill them. Let's see here. What's everybody's passive in that room?
Passive perception?
14, I think?
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
It's gonna be a 12 for your boy.
Mine is 11.
Oh, you're... What's Zakrow's?
Well.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
12.
it is. No, Zachar uses 13.
Oh yeah, 13.
Okay, I just found my little note card that I have with everybody's on it. Okay, yeah, you find this empty room and a staircase going up, and there is a doorway on one side of the room. It is dark, and there is no door in the doorway. It just leads into a dark room.
I go into the dark room.
Before I light my light, I just wanted to listen to see if I hear anything.
Okay, roll
Any
perception.
sounds of life. First roll of the night. Wow, that sucked. 10.
You don't hear anything. It is quiet in this house.
I light my little light.
Okay.
Keep an eye on... And also keep an eye on Sakro,
Sure.
because... Love you, Sakro.
No.
What are you doing? What are you gonna do?
Okay, so you said there's stairs and there's a doorway down here that's not to the stairs?
Yes. The stairs lead up.
I guess we peer into the doorway to see what's down here.
Yeah, sneaky.
Okay.
Stealthing would be a good idea.
Sure,
Let's
go
do
ahead.
Originally better. 15.
Okay. What about the other two?
Yeah,
45.
4 eyes, thank you for the host. You guys rolling stealth too, or is it just Mir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a number.
Mm-hmm.
What number is it?
It's a 17, so that's gonna be a 25 on my stealth.
Hey,
All right, and
Very
Zachary?
nice.
16.
All right. You head into the next room, and it is another empty, like just blank walled room. But this one has, at first you think it's a pit in the middle, but you edge over to it and look inside, and it is a staircase that spirals downwards.
Ooh. Can we tell how far it goes down?
You cannot. You just see the stairs, and they circle around on themselves.
I feel like I kind of want back to the more people.
Hmm.
Oh.
What will you do?
Peek in.
Okay, you see stairs.
Listen real careful.
Roll perception.
6.
You don't hear anything.
Rip.
It is quiet.
Hmm. Cast light on a rock and throw it in.
You see stairs.
Because they curve, like,
Oh.
not visible from here.
You have dark vision anyway. You're able to see everything you would with light.
Let's go.
You just forge on down the stairs?
Yeah.
All
Mir
right.
Here.
makes a panicked little noise and then follows.
Yeah,
Wait
that's
for the rest of the group.
We're
some
stealth
side eyes hard.
find out.
All right.
Dungeon
guys-
delving's yeah.
You head down the stairs, and they curve down for several loops, to the point almost where you're like, is this gonna end anytime soon? And as soon as you are thinking about that, it comes out into this sort of almost an antechamber. If you were, instead of going into like a church or a court building, going into a cave. It's the antechamber of a cave, and you can see a couple of stalagmites and stalactites, just sort of clustered around the walls. And you see the corridor hallway, much more cave-like instead of cellar anymore, curving away out of sight.
Hmm.
Cave adventures, indeed.
Hmm.
About to hit him with that sweet, sweet roper.
Any tracks or anything?
Roll perception. No, roll survival.
Mir will help check.
Mir's a better bonus. I'll help Mir.
Okay. Maybe. Much better. That's a 21, or am I getting advantage because Sackrock's helping?
Getting advantage.
Yeah.
'21 is better, so 21. Do I say anything?
In terms of tracks, this is a cave, and it doesn't look like... I mean, caves are not a good place to find tracks in general. So you don't see anything specifically that has been moving here recently at all, which tells you that this is not an oft-traversed area. You do spot a few odd sort of almost scratch marks or drag marks around the corners of the room.
Eric kind of talks to Decker. Is like, can we look at the rest of the house and get the rest of the group before we go further?
Okay.
Wandering.
You go get them. Stay here.
Uh.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Mir gives you a hard look.
All right, I'll come along.
please. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm about to roll insight on you to see if you'll actually stay put.
I mean, do you want to?
Sure.
Inter-party checks. Inter-party checks.
They're a thing apparently. Sometimes they don't paychecks.
21 for insight.
Yeah, so I was going down the tunnel.
Mira crosses her arms and just gives you her best disappointed mother bird look.
The pike.
All right. All right.
We'll go down the tunnel after we get our friends.
Let's go get our friends.
Wait, we have friends?
Luke, please put that in the Twitch
Right?
chat as well.
Put that where?
In the Twitch chat. Should I stay?
Why?
Should I
Why?
go? Because the audience need to know why I just snorted really hard.
No, I'm just saying, why was that a thing that has been created?
Because it's funny.
I'm
You're
just
funny.
looking at
Looking.
Luke on the bright yet morbid side. For whatever reason, we are unable to revive Mir if she falls. We can always make a couple of down feather jackets. Luke. No.
I know.
I'm sorry I'm morbid.
Besides, I'll have crocheted you more than enough to keep you warm.
The malice there. Alright, so where are you
Wow.
going?
Keep this up. The next thing I crochet would be a noose.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, a bit of Shay crept in there, my evil character. Mir, however, is a nice being and is gonna keep her stupid
Nice
wizard
bird.
from wandering off and getting himself killed. Let's go find her friends. Up into the
Alright.
house proper.
So, all three of you are retreating up the stairs?
Yep.
Okay.
Keeping a close eye on Zachar.
Alright.
I'm keeping a close eye on the passage behind us, listening and watching for changes in our weight.
Okay. You guys head back up. How are you intending to fetch your party in?
I was gonna look around to see if we could open the front door from the inside.
Yeah, okay. You go back through, and you go up the stairs, and you find there's a little door. When you open the door, you're in like a hallway, and you look left and see darkness, and you look right and you see the front door, and there's like a weird hand, like chilling on the door.
Nope.
It's not a hand like Celisea's hands. It's like a magic hand. Oh wait, no.
I attack it.
That
It's
hand's
invisible.
invisible.
Never mind. You
I was
don't
gonna
see
say,
it.
Mir, like, goes to open
I
the door.
don't attack it then.
Does she feel something when she goes to, like, open the door?
No, but you
Probably.
might see a pick floating in the air.
Mir's like, what the? Pokes the pick.
Yeah, you
Do
feel
you
that.
pick it up?
Tugs a
Yeah.
little at it to see if it moves.
It moves and pulls back, and then it goes back and forth as if to wave. Then the hand materializes and is doing like a thing impression of like waving.
Oh.
Thing from Adam's Family.
Yeah, I get you now.
Okay.
Minato doesn't know any sign.
I'm not
to,
really
like,
sure
sign with the
why, but
hand, does she?
I get that it's a thing.
Oh. Anyway,
No, you do not know.
Mir
any signs,
opens
so-
the door and sticks her head out.
Yeah, it's not locked or anything.
Her gives it a funny look and goes around to find Minato.
It follows behind, and Minato takes the pick out of its hand and it dispels it.
You get the feeling Mir might say something, but then she just sort of sighs and says,
Oh, jeez.
All right. and
Just
you guys...
in case you yelled out.
should we wait for Lady Sapphire? Or we found, like, a cave entrance down the basement?
Always with the caves.
Yeah.
I'm going the wrong accent.
Hmm.
Do you think we want to wait for, Lady Sapphire, or just head in, or...
It's up to you guys.
Mm.
We probably could use our backup.
And also see if she's heard any, if the neighbors have heard any, like, weird noises or something.
Mm-hmm.
You take a glance around outside. You do not see Lady Sapphire anywhere.
Mm.
We'll give it a short bit. Mir's gonna try and teach, Nyx to fetch while we wait.
Okay. Roll
Aw.
animal handling.
Um,
Use the pink die to see if he's smart enough to learn how to do that.
10.
Well, you're not the greatest at communicating the ideas to him, but he seems to understand the concept of what you're trying to do enough to grab whatever you throw and bring it back to you.
Yeah.
Aw.
Do we have a fancy draconic phrase we want to use for the
It's
fetch command?
I
Or...
don't think it's at command level.
It's more like
Fetch
just
quest. That's the command.
with that he'd have to bring that to somebody else and bring that to something else and bring that to somebody else and eventually bring something completely different back to me.
That's true. That's true.
A fetch quest? Oh boy.
That's the command. No. No. it's
No.
not.
Nah, you can't. I would not get. This isn't a command yet.
Well,
Yeah,
when
I
it
didn't roll
is-
well enough.
Fetch quest.
I rolled a 6.
All right.
Plus my 4, but yeah.
After a time, you do see Lady Sapphire exit the house. Well, you don't see her do that. You see her come along the street in the snow because the other doorway is through too much snow to tell what's happening. But you do see
Mere
her.
waves, hoping a black bird stands out against the white snow.
Yeah, from the front door.
I'll come around to the front of the gate.
Oh, yeah. You catch her immediately, and she says, "Oh, did you find a way in?"
So, yes, we unlocked the door
Oh,
from the
we
inside.
used elf magic to get inside through
Shush.
the door.
Mia rolls her eyes a little. We opened the door from the inside because it was unlocked that way. We haven't heard anything in that house, and we haven't fully looked through it. But there's like a staircase in the basement that goes down into a cave,
Oh,
which might lead somewhere.
well, that is troublesome. Yes, we may want to take a look at that.
Oh. Though on our way through the house, we should also just look around and see if there's any signs of recent habitation inside. Maybe he has been returning to the house, but through the cave.
Sure, yes, I agree. Let's go. And she'll follow you in.
Enter the house.
It's kind of incongruous because it's just like weird snowy house, and she's this like tall, regal woman in these beautiful robes, just kind of following the five of you around.
Following around. Bunch of random makeup on adventures. Poking around the house. Does it look like there's recent habitation?
Roll investigation.
Check the kitchen, see if there's like, has food gone moldy in there, or is there fresher stuff?
Yeah, go ahead and investigate for that. If anybody else would like to investigate, you can as well.
They should, because I got a 9.
I'm gonna roll for Lady Sapphire too.
Investigate?
Someone with an intelligence
Investigation,
modifier
yes.
that isn't negative.
Oh,
Please
it's
roll.
intelligence? Oh. 22.
Nice. Okay, hold on just a second and see what Lady Sapphire got. Whoop. That's it? Woof. It's only a 14. Okay. You collectively kind of wander around. You look through all the rooms, you search the kitchen to see if there's moldy food or spoiled goods of any type. You search for signs
Or
that someone
fresh
has been...
food, if it looks like someone's been bringing
That's
stuff
fair
in.
too. You search for any signs that people have been here recently, have been sleeping in the beds, walking through the hallways. You search for tracks, for scratches, for dust, everything. You find in the kitchen that there is some old food that has gone bad, and it smells kind of garbage.
How old?
But it's how. You can
Don't
tell just by looking.
Eat it.
I just want to know how old it is. I don't want to eat it, probably.
Are you sure?
In
Wait,
check.
I heard that.
Okay, it depends on what it is, right? Like,
Background, no.
wrong.
It better not be noodles. Belk. It better not be noodles.
In
I
check,
mean-
Zachrow.
The noodles can be fine for 5 years past the expiration date if they're dried.
Yeah, except these are cooked, probably, if they're in the refrigerator.
Oh,
I like how
I
they
don't want
just
anything
assume
to do with
refrigerators
I was gonna
exist.
say,
Well, if you put it in,
refrigerator?
if
I
you put it
mean,
in
what
the
level of tech are we at? I know we have quasi-TV, but...
There is not a refrigerator.
fridge, it's an ice box.
Mm-hmm. It's also
And-
quite cold in this building.
here.
A disappointed DM.
Well, I mean, if nobody's been putting wood on the fire or the hearth, and it's winter out.
And
Yeah,
frigid
wood dries their
environments
house.
make the pasta go bad faster. So you're going from about 5 years down to 4 or 3, depending on how long.
Also taking care of something right now.
I can't tell if you're serious or BSing me right now.
No, I'm
Sorry,
completely
Commander,
serious.
I
It
didn't
breaks
have
down
your,
the
before I didn't have
carbohydrates
your mod
faster.
status in
Right.
apparently. You should be good to go
Today
now.
I learned,
Oh.
and I was doing so well not learning today. I blame you.
I wasn't listening. What?
I lost the game.
Nice.
Don't repeat it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You find some nasty food. It's gone quite bad. I would advise against
Nice.
eating it. You find that there is one room that someone has probably slept in recently, and by that I mean very recently.
Oh.
All of the
As
food
in, like, are
in the
they
kitchen.
still sleeping in the room?
I was gonna
What?
say, is
Mattress
the
is
bed
still
still
warm?
warm?
Yeah.
How
No,
how
God,
recent
no.
are we talking here?
No, not. It is not still warm. Like it's at least in the last few days.
Okay.
You find that you do notice that a lot of the food in the kitchen area is like non-meat food that has gone bad. So like weird vegetables or like soup. Nasty moldy soup. The worst. Just took
Wait,
care of
so-
that, Four Eyes, don't you worry.
You said non-meat food. Is there meat?
No. None.
Guess. Seems like somebody has slept up here.
Other than
Any
that,
other clues around?
You don't happen to find any other really things of interest. It's all just like generic house possessions. There's like a library with a perfectly average book collection.
Nothing's rummaged through or like taken in a hurry.
I was gonna
There-
say, is there like silverware missing, or if it hasn't disturbed and then there was the broken window, is there like the dust outlines of fancy paintings or clock on them or anything?
No, none of that. It looks like the room with the bed in it, it does look like a bunch of stuff has been thrown around or looked through, but nothing appears. It doesn't look like it was done in a way where someone grabbed a bunch of stuff and left. It just looks like it was thrown around.
Someone was looking for something or was just
Or
not
made it
being
look like
tidy,
they were looking for something.
or just not tidying up after themselves.
You notice a couple dents in some of the walls.
Ooh.
Does it look like there's been a struggle? Is there any like blood or
No.
anything around? No.
You find a couple of cloaks in the closet.
CSI Comet Glory. Guess we'll go check out the cave.
All right.
Don't find anything else in the house area.
Sure, you guys head down the stairs, down the spiral stairs, into the cave. Give me your marching order.
Minato will take
Play
lead.
in the middle.
I'll go in the back.
Mira will be middle-ish, but toward the front with her light for those of us who don't have dark vision.
Yeah, probably pretty smart.
So maybe I'll just stick behind Minato. Oh, and is Nyx with Minato, or...?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
And
So I have
Lady
Minato
Sapphire.
and Nyx, Mir, Lady Sapphire, Temp, Zakrau, Braum.
Yeah, that works.
Stealth check.
Go ahead.
Second stealthy boy.
17.
Never mind. Not stealthy
That
boy.
was a pretty terrible roll myself.
I rolled a 5.
I got a 17 because I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
My bonus was nearly as high as my roll.
My bonus was as high as my roll.
Ooh.
My bonus was higher than my roll.
Let me roll
Yikes.
for Nyx. Sweet, sweet Nyx got a 4.
If anyone asks, we blame.
We blame
That's
the
what gave us away.
Sweet, sweet Nyx got a 4.
Yeah, Nyx gave us away.
4!
Lady Sapphire succeeds.
Lady
Okay.
Sapphire's just gonna be so disappointed in all of us.
most of us anyway.
5, 6.
All of
What
us.
did I not get?
Did you get one from JD?
Zakrow. What's your stealth?
Just gonna focus on looking for traps.
Are you
No,
not
not
stealthing?
stealthing.
Does it seem reasonable that I would have remembered to?
You're a cat.
That's true. I'm pretty stealthy. We'll try that.
Back at 5, alright.
Bonus. 16.
Okay. Alright, as you guys are going along, Minato, you take point with Nyx next to you, and you creep forwards, sort of ahead of the group, looking into the darkness, and searching for anything out of the ordinary. You walk by a couple of these stalagmites. Stalagmites kind of like lean around one, peeking around this big cave corner. And let's see here. How many attacks is it gonna hit her with? Can it multi-attack? 4 attacks with its tendrils. Yeah, let's go ahead and use all of them. Alright, hold on just a second. I need to roll some stuff.
Roll all the things.
So now 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 13. Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna
But
roll
she's
all the
surprised.
things.
What's your AC again?
Uh-oh.
No.
Who?
15? Okay.
Who's?
Yours, Minato.
I'm near an ally, so 16.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that armor I made.
Yeah.
Way better, I guess. So this one was the... Was it 13 plus garbage. Oh, they're plus 7 to hit. Okay, so that's 2 hits? 3 hits. Okay.
Oh dear.
That sounded far too delighted.
Yeah, that did.
Okay. Hold on. And then... Yeah, that's a hit as well. Okay, so you are stepping through this hallway, and you step further, trying to peek around this edge and see anything really, and none of you have a chance to react as the stalagmite next to Minato
Oh no.
comes to life and whips out these like long, thin tendrils, and they just
Oh
strike
jeez.
towards her, wrap around her, and pull her right over to it. Minato, it bites you. And
That was not what I was
you will
expecting.
take-
Oh jeez.
Let's
Attack of the
see.
tentacle monsters.
Gross.
That's 48.
Okay, I don't judge.
That is 14, 20, 24, 28 points of piercing damage.
Ah!
Ouch.
Wow.
Ouch.
I am sorry.
Hold on, let
and
me
you
do
are
the
grappled?
maths.
You are grappled, and I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
I refuse. Fighting is against my religion.
And actually, it
Change
is
religion
8:35,
right now.
so hold on. I'm gonna roll initiative, and then we're gonna take a break.
That sounds good.
So we can fully contemplate just how bone.
Oops.
We're boned.
Customs form for mailing something to Canada.
I'll have to see if I can find that real quick. Because I'm quoting a thing.
That's Lady Sapphire, and this is Nyx. Oh, sweet boy. 25 to 20.
21.
Oh, and I gotta roll for it. Shitty. 15 to 20.
19.
16.
Okay. What is ladies? Oh Jesus! I looked so much stuff up. There's so many NPCs in this battle. What's your initiative bonus? Lady Sapphire?
Excuse me.
Your initiative bonus is none. Okay. Sure, Lady Sapphire. All right. So 19 from Mir.
And 16 for Temp.
10 to 15.
Yeah, Brom got a 13.
Minato with a 12.
What's your dex modifier, Minato?
3.
Yeah, okay. Uh, 5'10". Nobody 5'10"?
Not me.
Okay, and 0 to 5? Alright, cool. First up is Zakrau, and we're gonna take a break. And we will, as soon as we come back, jump right back into this battle action. Also, you can definitely thank the chat for this enemy. I will see you guys
Thanks,
in...
chat.
Thanks, Chad.
I can almost
Nice work.
guess that it's a garbage-eating, feces garbage-eating monster called an Ogoth or something like that?
Otiog. You think it's an Otiog.
Yeah.
Interesting theory.
I associate those qualities more with a political party, but you know.
Ooh,
Fucking
shots
destroyed.
fired.
Holy shit.
I'll see you at
That
On
kind of
that
sounds-
note, we're gonna take a
happened?
break.
What
I'll
just
see you guys.
happened?
I'll see
Shots
you...
were fired. Entire rounds were fired.
Jesus fuck. I
Entire
will see you guys
magazines.
at
Anyway.
8:48. Be back then. I'm gonna pause that. Battle music, throw up some chill step, and we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. Don't download iTunes. I'd rather die. Alright. See you guys in a bit.
3 a.m. talks with a screen, no replies. Another fueled by caffeine, desperate eyes. 10 seconds to this.
All right. We are back in it, and we'll start immediately in there with some combat.
With his friends or whatever.
Low.
So, you know, when he finally turned up,
Oh,
they're just basically
maybe I should wait till this story is over. Don't to relay everybody's stories to the audience. No point in that, really. JD just cornered me and said, "How bad would you be if I removed your monster from the game?" And I said, "Give it a try." And then when JD was not looking, and out of earshot, I said, "It's not like I don't have more. I have a whole book full of monsters that I love using. And boy oh boy, you've got some fun friends with you. So I'm going to go ahead and throw much more powerful things than I would normally." Do I have bookmarked in here? I think it's a Hydra? We'll see. We will see. Oh, did I get a message? Who from? Who from? Who is texting me in the middle of my stream? Let's see. All right. Are we ready to go?
Man.
I do suppose.
First up is Zakrow.
Yeah, give me a second.
What are you doing, good boy?
I'm gonna try. So I only have one 4th level spell slot, and part of me wants to just end this combat real quick by banishing the monster. But if I'm in character, I'm way too worried about Minato to ever do that. So I cast Resilient Sphere on Minato.
Minato is grappled. What does
Yeah.
that do? Sorry?
Pop out of that grapple. We'll see what happens.
No, I don't understand. No, how does it function if the creature you're trying to cast it on is currently grappled?
Great question, isn't it?
Let's look it up.
You thought we were gonna get into action. You don't know wizards.
Clearly not.
No, I think she doesn't know you as a wizard, apparently, because there's certain wizards you can pretty much count on to just cast fireball at everything.
Mm-hmm. I misspelled all the Luke's. Can you target
That's why my
someone
mom's
being
party
grappled?
had to, This is why my mom's party had to establish, if you
I
go
think you can
invisible,
target
tell
someone being
everyone
grappled.
in the party first, or you will end up fireballed because the wizard doesn't know you're there.
Alright, looks like you can do that, says Jeremy Crawford, so...
Hey!
Alright, yeah. Beats me. So now this thing is grappling a sphere. Now
Yep.
what? Is that your whole thing, Zekro?
I'd like to move away from it. I'd like to move 40 feet away from... No.
You're already a bit of a distance from it, so...
I'd like to move 20 more feet away.
Actually, yeah, how far away are you from it now? Minato, how
trying
far
to
ahead of the group were you?
I don't know, about 30 feet-ish?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 30 feet ahead.
So I'm gonna say everybody is 30 feet from this thing except Zakra, who's just moved 20 more feet away from it.
I want to move 25 feet away from it.
Okay. You better not be metagaming right now, or I swear to God, I will hunt you down.
What?
Next up
Just
is...
I could 2 more feet away, but I want to give myself leeway in case I need to run back.
Okay. Mir, you're next.
I'm going to see how close am I? 30. Can't touch Minato in the sphere.
Correct.
So,
Nor can you cast through it.
well, shoot. That means I can't heal. Period. Can't.
Wisdom
That
save, I do what I
monster.
do. Yep. No
Right, but
wisdom
I was
save.
gonna attack it and heal because I can do both of those.
I love rust monsters.
But-
Panic.
Love 'em.
Apparently not. So, in that case, I'm going to Sacred Flame the thing. Can I do that without hitting Minato? Can I angle it or?
Yeah,
perhaps
I
just
guess.
And go ham.
Okay.
Sure.
Then it gives me a reflex save.
4.
It does not save. So
Okay.
that is 2d8. Nine damage. And bonus action, I will summon up a spiritual weapon and have that try to hit it. Go, Minato! Attempt to whack.
Alright, so roll that attack.
Yep, rolled it, just checking what my modifier is. 21.
Hits.
E.
Nice.
8 damage.
Okay.
And that is the end of the turn. Stay within sight of Minato and like, what is this sphere? I cannot heal this.
Okay. Temp, you're next.
Of course, right when I have a cookie in my mouth.
Hmm.
It's like when the waiter comes by to ask you how your meal is.
And you invariably have like a large chunk just in your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess number 1 punch boy is gonna do his number 1 punch boy thing and be the number 1 punch boy.
Sure.
Never mind, he's not gonna be the number 1 punch boy. He rolled a 3.
No, that's
So
not
yeah, that's
gonna...
an 11 to hit, so that's not gonna hit.
Mm.
Second attack's gonna be a 19.
Nope.
Wow. Okay, fine then. Let's go. Spend a key point. Flurry of blows. Let's try this again.
I don't think you can. You have to hit something with an attack to use flurry blows.
No, I don't.
Thought it was.
You're thinking of stunning strike.
Maybe I am. Make sure though.
Flurry of blows. After I make an attack, I can use the key to take 2 additional unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay. Thought it was hit with an attack. Might be. Go on.
No problem. Alright, so that's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
I rolled a 19. I'm so mad. That's going to be 8 damage.
Okay.
And it can't take reactions until its next turn. Or until my next turn. And that's going to be a 15, and that's not going to hit either.
Nope.
Alright, so number 1 punch boy was the number, like, 37 punch boy.
So
It's
you run
okay.
up, you sprint up to this thing at full blast because that's how you do. And
Yeah.
And you shadow box it a little bit, and you get one little clunk on sort of where its face might be, and you notice there's something really, really weird about this critter, and it is that it, while it has this like stone-like outer coating, the tendrils that it has, and in fact all of it, it's just like really like soft and almost just like room temperature warm.
Gross.
But like, it's not like wet soft. It's like, it's dry soft. It's just like soft. Almost fluffy.
It's not like wet soft. It's like dry soft.
Dry soft.
Next up is Brahm.
So
Like,
Temp just ran up and punched this thing.
Temp ran up and gave it the old razzle dazzle. You know, I wanted to scare it more than anything else. You know.
What's
Red
Minato's status?
hurt.
In
But
a
not
bubble.
enshrined
In a
or-
bubble.
In the
bubble.
bubble.
In the bubble.
What can I
In a-
tell by looking at the?
Minato has been consumed by the bubble.
Minato
Does it look
is
magical? Does it look natural?
the bubble or the creature?
I missed that part when he got bitten or she got bitten or whatever.
She got surprise attacked by it, took like 20 some odd damage, and then we started initiative, and Zakro
Bubbled
put
her.
her to sort of bubbly sort of
Okay.
thing in the hopes of keeping her safe, I guess?
Yeah, hamster.
The magic
Hopefully
hamster
not
roll.
Is Minato still in danger, like right next to the critter?
It can't hit her through the sphere.
Okay. Alright. I'll run up and join Temp and try to flank around this thing. It's gelatinous, blobby looking thing, right?
It's more like
With
it looks like a
tentacles and stuff.
stalagmite.
Okay.
It's got a
Looks pretty
yeah, it's got like a
solid.
stone
Wait,
outer
you-
side, and then beneath the stone is something soft.
Yeah, and the tendrils are like they're it's dark, so it's hard to tell, but they almost look multicolored.
Weird.
Okay, I'll go take a swing at it with the Drift Breaker.
Okay.
And that's a 21
Hits.
and another 21.
Both hit. Roll your damage.
Yep, I'm doing that right now.
Hold on while I join the Illuminati.
Okay, that's a 15 and a 10.
For damage? Okay. Give me a second. Alrighty. Gesundheit. That's your turn?
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Next up is Minato. You are in the hamster ball.
Heal yourself.
You're also muted.
Sorry, what?
Do I know that I can't cast spells?
I mean, you've seen
Oh,
this
before.
used a couple times. So, probably. It was used on
Okay.
Nasiri.
Heal yourself.
Oh.
She heal herself?
Heal.
Said
Heal.
heal.
dude, heal.
Do you want to know what you thought?
I thought JD said kill yourself.
No!
Well, I do have a healing potion.
That's up to you.
Now,
What
if
do you
I
do?
take the healing potion, can I use that as a bonus action?
What are you gonna try and do otherwise?
Because other than that, I would try and get back as far as I can.
That's
Yeah,
your
you-
movement, so.
And cast blur on myself.
Sure.
And there's no reason to do that.
Wait, what?
You're in the bubble.
You're in the bubble. It can't hit you.
Yeah, but what happens when the bubble wears off?
That's a good point.
Alright. Yeah, it's a self-targeted spell within the bubble. I think within the bubble you can cast spells, only
You
on
can
things inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you wanna...
Go in the direction of your healer.
I'm gonna say drinking a potion would still be an action.
Okay, well then I'll drink the potion first.
Okay.
Roll
And
in the
head.
direction of your healer.
Yeah, you.
Mm-hmm. So what is that?
What type of
2d4
healing
plus
potion is it?
something?
It just says healing potion.
Okay, so it's 2d4 plus 2. Plus 2?
Feeling potion.
Is it plus 2 or plus 4?
I
don't remember.
I believe it's +2.
Okay, it's 2d4 plus 2 then.
Oh, thank God. That is a grand total of 10.
Nice! That's max.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
wait. 2d4 plus 4, or 2d4 plus 2?
I think it's 2d4 plus 2. Is it 4?
I'm gonna look it up. while we-
Yeah. I think it might be 4. I don't know.
when
I just
Nacho
don't
hit
remember.
rolls.
This thing, they're about to get real surprised by it. They don't know how many tentacles it can attack with. It's gonna
2d4
train
plus 2.
everybody.
Healing. So yes, Minato heals 10 hit points.
I love Beach Ball.
And then hamster rolls out of the way, hopefully.
Heck
Yep.
yeah.
All the way back to the healer. Well, as close to the healer as I can with 15 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Rolls the sphere, bumps into Mir.
Oh,
Still looking a little ragged.
Alright. That's your
Yeah.
turn? Okay, next up is Nyx.
stay out of the way, buddy.
Do you yell that at him?
Yes.
Minato, do you yell anything to Nyx?
Maze.
He looks over to you, looks at the monster, and then backs off.
Follows his hamster bolt. Rogue friend.
I didn't know you were a ranger. Minato.
No, she's just the only one who's tried to make any effort to trade him aside from fetch. And,
I
and
just
successfully
give-
anything.
I just give Nyx head pats because Nyx deserves head pats.
And
Aw.
after that is Lady Sapphire. She... let's see. These all suck. All of these spells are bad.
Oh dear.
Well, whatever. She'll lightning bolt it. That's a bunch of d6s, isn't it?
It's like 37d6.
Well, I don't think that's correct. It also rolled a natural 1 to evade her, so.
Oh,
It's
no.
like a 300d6 spell.
Zachary, how many d6s is lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
8?
It's a lot, I think.
Lightning bolt. Each creature in the line must make a dex save 8-6 lightning on a failed save. Ignites flammable objects in the line.
Well, she's about to hit it with 8d6.
8d6 failed save, half damage on a
Oopsie.
successful
I
one.
accidentally Google searched the letter E. My bad. Alright.
And that's assuming she's casting it at 3rd level. If it's a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the damage increases by 1d6 for each slot level above 3rd.
That's a 1.
Cool.
That's a 1. Okay. Let's somebody tally these. Ready?
Alright.
Okay.
6. 6. 5.
6. 5.
665.
6, 6, 5,
Okay.
5,
Okay.
4,
Okay.
4,
Mm-hmm.
and 6.
That's 36.
Alright, she deals that much to it.
I got the same.
Let me mark that down. Yikes.
That's the good damage.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to do as much as you would think it would.
Probably because it's dry squishy.
Wait, did you say it ignites things?
I said it's dry squishy.
No, Zachra. Is it ignites stuff?
Objects in the area that aren't being watered.
Oh, objects. Okay, never mind. 36. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18. So... Alright, and then she'll cast Misty Step,
Hey,
and she will teleport backwards.
it's cool.
And last up is it. It's gonna make some attacks. That is a 14 mirror. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay. It misses pretty hard on Braum as well. That's a 17 temp.
Nope.
Jesus.
Tentacle boy can't match my 19 AC.
Don't tempt me.
That's a 21 temp.
So, remember what I said?
You tempted!
You tempted fate.
I tempted
Tempted.
fate.
Yes.
You're grappled?
A bad joke.
You're
Oh.
grappled, but you're already right next to it, so it doesn't pull you any really closer. It just pulls you in and gives you a big old chomp.
Hi there.
You guys use bonus action to drink from yourself and actually shove it in something. Oh, you know, that makes kind of sense. Woof. Oh, God. Woof.
Wait, how much did I take?
Woof. You, we're
Oh,
about to
that
find
doesn't
out.
sound good.
16, 27, 31. 31 points of piercing damage.
Sorry, what?
You take 31 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I ain't dead yet.
Keyword. Yeah.
Can't
Mm-hmm.
let this thing. Got
Alright, and now it is back to the top of Zakrow.
magic missile. Actually, hang on. Let me think. Do that. Why I cast fireball? I kind of not really my thing. That
What does it take to dispel the sphere? Because I cannot heal through the sphere.
yeah, but Minato's also not getting hurt. She's still in the thing's grip.
No, she's not.
She rolled out of it.
Pulled away.
Yeah, it lost grip on her when the spear happened.
Oh well, I guess I'll drop concentration then.
Okay. And I'll tell you drop out of the air.
No, you're on the ground.
Well, vaguely.
Vaguely so. Alright, so that's the end of that, and hopefully it was, useful.
Thank goodness for Blur.
Mm. So what are you doing, Zakrow?
And I'm finding this spell.
Mirror, you're on deck.
Yep.
Let's try slow.
It's not what I would do, but alright. Sure.
Monster.
What do I have to do?
Make a wisdom saving throw, which I'm just gonna replace because I don't feel like being in danger any longer. I will replace the roll with a 9 and
Times
hopefully
max
just have a good
HP, I
wisdom.
think it's 41 points. It's a wisdom save? What's your spell save?
16.
Yeah, it doesn't make it.
Alright. You can make only one action or one bonus action. Take a -2 to AC and Dex saves. Can't use any reactions.
Okay.
Cannot make more than one attack during the turn.
Wow.
Hmm. Alright. Interesting.
And that's it. I'm Jazz hand back out of there.
Mir, your turn.
What action would handing a potion to someone be?
It's a free action to hand things from person to person.
Gonna pass Minato another healing potion? Or
Help.
should I be right? Okay, so the majority of my healing is going to Temp. The question is, how much healing does Minato need? Should I healing word her, or should I focus on? Should I hand the potion and then use my bonus action to hit the thing with the spiritual weapon?
Whatever your little heart desires. Minato
hand
looks
you a-
ragged, but not terrible.
I hand
anymore.
you a potion of healing, and the spiritual weapon tries to give it a thwack.
Okay. Roll that attack.
21.
Hits.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try and scoot in such a way that I don't get my face eaten. Come up behind Temp and poke him with some healing. Good night.
Yeah, you reach between the tendril and the coils of the tendril to poke him.
You know,
It's fearless.
what? I could not make that out.
Outside.
Okay. We're gonna go with 31 damage. We're gonna go with the 3rd level cure wounds.
Okay.
Get there's a D8. Plus my wisdom modifier. Two plus spells level for healing domain. 23 points.
Alright, Temp.
Temp, you heal 23 points.
Temp
And are
is-
hopefully less likely to die.
You're muted.
And that is the end of my turn.
It's also your turn, Temp, so. He's probably coughing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was muted. Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I told you you were muted. Oh my lord.
I said I'm gonna punch the thing, and that's a 23 to hit.
Well, you're
This
grappled.
is why push to talk.
I can still attack while grappled.
Punch to talk, what?
Push to push to talk so that
Push
you
to
can
Tonka
punch
trunk.
with your talking.
Tonka truck.
Alright, sure.
Because it's D&D, so you can only punch by talking, by saying punch and
Okay, so that's gonna be
Just kidding.
10
you are
damage.
restrained. You have disadvantage.
Oh, I have disadvantage?
Yeah.
Fine then, that's 20 to hit.
Hits.
That's gonna be 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack. 20 to hit again.
Hits.
7 bludgeoning damage. It already can't. You know what? Let's use one of those as a stunning strike.
Okay.
Wow. It's a lot of it.
Save.
It's gonna be doing a con save. Versus 13.
Gets a 16.
Okay, so it wins. Extra attack is gonna be a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Alright, that's my turn.
Next up is Brom.
I'll swing at it again.
Get him.
Eat it. It's a 24, and
Yeah, that hits. Jesus.
this one is a 25.
Fucking A. Hit that.
Fighters, man. What they do.
Alright, let's roll
Magnets,
for
how do they work?
I wouldn't give me a cookie. Waffle House. They did well, so they get Waffle House. Never been to a Waffle House. I'm too scared
That
to do
is
it.
a 14 and a 11.
Damn. All right, that's your turn.
Yep.
Minato, you're up.
I am going to cast Blur on myself.
You already did that. Oh no,
No.
you did the potion, might be. Yeah, go on.
Yep. Cast Blur and take another 20 feet back.
Okay.
Nato is an open on out.
I mean, that's totally fair.
Or at least further back before she Eldritch blasts something in the
Yeah,
face.
You're probably out of its range now. Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, Nyx is up. He will accompany you backwards because he does not know what to do.
Good boy.
Next up is Lady Sapphire. Let's see what she's got up her sleeves. Her voluminous sleeves. Yeah, she'll just hit it with good old magic missile.
I air high five her.
Hell yeah. She air high fives you with Mage Hand while she's casting magic missile.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't need to roll to hit. I don't know what I'm doing. How many? It's 3 beams of D4, right?
Yeah.
She
Okay.
You need the magic missile description.
Nah. Alright. She flings these sort of silvery blue bolts towards it. Next up is it. And it's just gonna take a chunk out of you, Temp.
Alright.
Can I re-roll its attack?
It has advantage.
Dang it. Okay.
Oh.
It gets a 26 to hit, so...
Woo.
Oh, that was not as bad as it could have been. 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 plus 4? 22 points of damage.
Ouch.
That is all it can do, so back to the top, Zakrow.
Hang on. I'm putting in emoji.
Really?
Why?
Alright, there we go. Did you make that wisdom saving throw for the creature at the end of its turn?
What the hell are you talking about?
With a slow spell, it can make
Oh.
that saving at the end of its turns.
It gets a 13.
Oh. Still slow.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find a spell I can use without
I should probably mention it looks pretty bad.
magic missile. Yo.
How you want to do that? There's 4 hit points left.
It has hit points. I want to air high five Lady Sapphire right back and gesture my magic missile with the other hand.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
You can't cast the
I
two
want
spells at
Be
once.
dark, emerge at the same time and all hit together.
Sure, yeah. And then she high fives you with her mage hand,
Sweet.
and it's awesome. And you send these little arrow bolts towards it, and it sort of does a whole bunch of shivery stuff, and then all of the tendrils, which by the way were 50 feet long.
What?
Ah.
Yeah, you managed to move out of its range. Everybody else was in range. If it had rolled better, it would have grappled everybody at once. And they all sort of fall limp and drip onto the floor and just kind of lay there.
Disgusting. I want to loot it.
Funny thing.
Don't loot it. That's weird.
You walk
Does
up to
it
this thing.
disappear as it?
Does it disappear? No.
Okay.
It's still there. You walk up to this thing, and you sort of take a look over it, and you poke into its sort of body, And underneath this stony outer coating, it's really weird. It doesn't appear to be a living creature at all. And if you look at the tendrils, it looks like it's made of, like, yarn.
What? What the hell? It's a yarn beast.
Mir
Construct. I
looks
believe the term is
absolutely
construct.
appalled.
Set it on fire.
What? Why?
Evil comes in many forms, Mir.
Don't take it personally.
Mir kicks it.
It's already dead.
She kicks it anyway. Then goes over to stick some band-aids on Temp. Or should we take a short rest and use hit dice, or should I just cure wounds you?
It's up to you guys.
We might want to rest and use the dice.
Rogues OP
Yeah.
when they crit. Oh, for sure.
But I would
I can
recommend.
take a
You
hit.
did 31 damage
Die.
with the dagger. Very nice. I'm never gonna be overdoing 56 points of damage with Guiding Bolt. Whoa, Scally, you angel.
I think this is one of the only times we've ever used our hit dice.
Yeah,
we
really.
do use it very rarely.
Can I try
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, you're cutting out.
to unravel it?
You're cutting out.
Unravel it. So let's try unraveling the yarn monster.
You're going
Yeah,
to
you can
tunnel.
grab hold of some strings and start, like, pulling. It's like a very well-constructed thing, so it's hard to get it to unravel, but, the damage you were doing to it was enough to start fraying it. So there's some loose ends you can pull on.
Mir watches, disturbed but fascinated.
Yeah, there's no blood, no fluids in this thing. It's all yarn.
Really?
Are you guys short resting?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And I want to talk to the Sapphire.
Sure.
A part of me almost wants to try crocheting something out of it, but I also worry it would come back to life and strangle someone.
Cursed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not.
I'd probably end up with like a cursed cat cozy or something. It's not too bad.
So what do you
I
want
don't
to
know
what do you want
about
to
you,
ask
but a
Lady
cursed
Sapphire?
cat cozy sounds hella.
Oh, I said hat cozy. It doesn't
Oh.
technically a hat is a head cozy, but
JD.
yeah.
What do you want to talk to Lady Sapphire about?
I want to know if she's familiar with this kind of monster.
She steps over and she takes a good long look at it and, like, holds up the tendrils and looks at them. She goes, well, this is clearly knitted in the image, or knitted, crafted somehow in the image of a roper, which is a common cave monster, but I don't know why it would exist. This has to have been constructed deliberately by someone.
Hey, just like the demon rug.
Yeah.
Right. You're
Probably
right,
the
it
same.
bears the same sort of trace to it. Can you feel that?
No, I actually don't know what you're talking about. What?
Well, it does.
If I look at it, does it use the same stitches?
Well, one was an ornate rug, and this thing is like a mess, so no.
Oh, okay.
The same kind of evilness is imbued in it.
One monster down.
Mira lifts her beak in the air with a little sniff. Terrible hand you. I make the nice cozy. Don't try to murder us all.
Is there any way you can kind of use that, whatever you're like, feeling the force off it or whatever, to track down its creator?
Well, that's sort of what I've been trying to do.
Hey, Nix,
Yeah,
Can
he
he
looks up.
track?
come smell this.
He trots on over and gives it a good sniff. Pokes around in the ruins a little bit.
Smell like that rug?
He looks up at you.
I'm not sure he's quite
I know.
puts together that.
Thing I'm saying.
It's hard to tell how much common he does and doesn't stand.
I tap my nose and poke the thing. The yarner.
He shoves his face into it.
Oh, good job!
So are you trying to get
Yeah.
him to track?
I just want to know if he can smell the same smell that was on the rug. Like if there's a unified person smell.
Can I when Zakrau does the nose and then points to the thing, while Nyx goes to smell it, I will say the word for smell in Draconic.
Let me look
As
up
he
what that
does.
is. Sahlon.
Say that again.
Sahlon.
Scotland.
Scott Pilgrim?
Sahlon.
Sachlon. Okay.
Oops.
I like my answer.
no! Ooh. Loud, loud. Loud noise. Loud.
I'm picturing Temp trying to get Nyx to track something by saying Scott Pilgrim, and Nyx just staring at you like, what?
Well, first, in order to actually track anything, we'd have to have Nyx defeated 7 evil X's.
Right.
Good lord.
Yeah, let's stick with the other method.
I don't know. I like that method. That method would be pretty cool.
Oh boy. So you say that, and he doesn't comprehend the meaning of the word, obviously. But he does sniff it quite a bit. Somebody can roll animal handling to try and convey to him that you want him to smell it for some reason. But you're gonna have to convince me how you convey the I want you to follow this smell.
Can I, Minato?
I will try. I'm gonna get 2 things of yarn out of my bag. I'm gonna set one at a little distance, come back, and, like, sniff the one in my hand, and then sort of act as though I'm following a scent over to the other one.
Okay. And you're gonna use that to try and teach him how to do it?
I guess? Or at least try and convey what the heck we're talking about? Or we're trying to get him to follow a smell?
Minato would like to also convey with pointing to the nose, saying salon, pointing to the piece of yarn, then pointing to the nose again, pointing to the ground in a zigzag pattern, and walking over to the other piece of yarn.
You've lost me, which means you've definitely lost Nyx.
Oh no, I can see it.
Roll animal handling.
I've got a 14.
Me too.
Huh. You show him this action, he sort of follows you along, but he doesn't seem to fully understand it. He gets that you want him to do something, but he's not sure exactly what or how. Like, he follows you back and forth between the 2 points, and when you say it, he walks over to the other one and trots back over to you.
Another time then.
Mir gives him a little pat and says, we'll work on it.
Minato gives him a piece of jerky.
Yeah, he whorfs that down. What else is he doing now?
I assume the cave leads on.
Follow the scent, if I can.
Sure. You guys can continue down through the cave.
Checking for traps.
What's up?
Checking for traps.
Okay, roll perception.
Mir will keep an eye out for more yarn monsters.
Sure.
Zoom roll perception as well. I got the same as my passive. Because I rolled a 10.
Nice. Alright, you guys, you don't see This is a pretty typical cave. It's kind of difficult to pick your way through, but that's caves for you. And it slopes downwards a bit, and after a few minutes of walking past the area where you rested, perhaps 10 or 15, you find yourselves stepping out of the little cavern hallway almost that you were in and into a larger cave. And from where you are, you can see where the floor of the cave slopes down and disappears into a large black lake.
Ooh.
You cannot tell how far it goes.
That looks ooey gooey, rich and chewy, and not in a way I'd like.
And so does the part we're on, does that circle around the cave, or does the path come into that and there isn't like a path around?
It looks to circle around for at least part of the cave, but beyond that, you can't tell.
It's just
It's
I
just
We circle around before we even put one toe in that water.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So you wanna circle around?
To the
might
right.
as well.
All right.
Minato would like to throw in a ball bearing as far as she could.
Sure. Out and onto the lake, or
Could take a
Into the-
mage hand and drop it somewhere near, or out as mage hand goes.
About 30 feet out.
you heft a ball bearing and then you chuck it, and it sails off into the darkness and plops into the water, and falls out of sight.
Hmm.
Nothing seems to happen.
Guess we start circling the lake.
Yeah, I mean, we need to get our bearings.
Sure.
Boy. I guess we start circling.
Sure.
Keeping an
You,
eye on the lake to see if anything decides to.
Roll
Oh,
perception.
Here we go. Ooh, natural 20.
Minato's gonna look for traps along the path.
Roll perception.
Bear
Minato.
is being very vigilant.
Come back.
Rip.
Perception is the same as my passive, 18.
Okay, Minato, you scour the path ahead of you. You don't see any traps like tripwires or pressure plates. You don't see any of those. Seems to be clear. Mir, you look out over the lake, and you kind of you have lit your. I'm assuming you've lit your feather up.
Yep.
The pathway is about 5, 10, 15 feet wide in places. It's pretty wide. So you venture over and you step to the edge of the lake and you look across. And where you are, it doesn't slope in, because as you go to the right, the pathway more falls into the lake as a ledge rather than slopes in as a shore. And you take a look over and you look for ripples or anything really. It seems to be quite still. There is a gentle lap to it. And that actually doesn't make sense, because there's no sound of water falling into the lake at all, or any reason it would be moving. So you look around again, and you look down, and then staring directly back at you is this sort of lizard-like face. And then there's another couple next to it, and they are all watching you, and I'd like everyone to roll initiative for me.
Oh. I don't suppose I get any bonus for actually seeing them.
You don't get surprised.
Yay.
Lady Sapphire, Nyx, and the Hydra. Hydra does advantage. Woof. What did Nyx roll? Shit, I don't know. Okay, that works. 25 to 20.
Zach at 22.
Damn. All right. Give me just a second to start writing stuff down. It's +1, so. No one else 25-20? Okay, 15 to 20. Nobody's 15 to 20?
Skylark and Sketchy, did you guys roll?
I did. I did not get 15.
Oh, I'm still muted because I sneezed. Right, I got a 23.
Jesus.
Good lord.
All right. $10 to 15?
10.
5 to 10?
8.
And 0 to 5.
Yeah, Brown got a 4.
Freaking rip. Alright, first up is Temp.
Hey, how's it going? I guess we're gonna go be the punch boy.
Don't do it. We don't know anything about these creatures.
Fine, I'll just throw darts. Throw a dart.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to
That's-
fight them?
Good point, actually. Yeah, no. I'll just hold my action, and if one of them makes an attack, I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
To be clear, the heads are beneath the water, and I don't honestly know if anybody but Mir has seen it yet.
Then
Oh.
in that case, I don't even know about this, so why is it my turn?
Because you rolled high. I don't know.
Surprise round, though, right? So I wouldn't...
Yeah,
No.
well, there wasn't a surprise round. So I guess she probably said thing or something.
Guys, something's looking at us under there, and points to the water.
That'll do.
Oh, jeez.
So you know something's there.
Okay,
It's
I'm gonna
lizard
wait
like.
until something makes an attack and then throw a dart at it.
This indeed has 7 heads.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Works for me. 172. Let's buff a little bit to 200.
Ouch.
Mid-combat buffing. Next up, Zach.
I want to know more about the situation. I want to ascertain what is going on.
Sweet.
So what do you want to do?
Can I see?
What are you doing?
What can I see?
You see the water surface, and I guess Mir's light is reflecting off it, but she said something's down there, so something's down there.
But I don't know whether it's hostile.
You have no idea.
And what are we standing on?
Rock.
Is it within reach, though? Like, seriously, close.
The path you're on is 15 feet wide. It's at the edge, under the water.
Okay. But we're not up over the water.
No, you're right next to the water's edge.
That's
It's
scary.
it's like 3 inches down from the path to the water.
This is where you go if you want to be eaten by a crocodile, and I don't want to do that today.
Gustav.
I don't want to do that tomorrow either.
After awakening,
Oh,
no one
yeah,
is.
tomorrow.
You're right.
None of them can do that. Only the druid can.
Um.
She's not part of the campaign right now. Hopefully she'll be back. Well, what are you doing?
I don't have anything that can be useful. I don't know if I'm fighting.
Decide.
Thoughts. I cast Detect Thoughts on the lizard.
What are the requirements for that?
I'm not certain. Let me check. Read the thoughts of a certain creature. If it has an intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language, it's not affected.
Spell fails.
Okay. Can I do anything else?
No.
Fuck
That's your action.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'd like to move away from the water.
Okay. Sure. You can move 15 feet back. Let's see what Lady Sapphire has. And I'm just gonna give her whatever the hell I want. Because she's dope as hell. Lady Sapphire looks over and she goes, "What is it?"
The eyeballs! Things in the water. Lizardy?
Well, alright. Let's see what
I
spells
don't-
I can spontaneously give her.
I don't get a chance to roll a knowledge of what they are because I spotted them first, do I?
Sure, why not? Go for it. While I'm figuring out these spells. I don't see why not.
Which knowledge am I rolling?
Arcana.
Which thing? Ooh. 8.
Ooh.
You don't know what this thing is. It's just got a whole lot of eyes.
So yeah, Mir just continues through eyeballs, lizardy thing in water,
Hi, boys.
gesticulating. Pointing. It's general.
Never fear, everyone. My cat is apparently here. He says hello.
Oh, cat.
He's a jerk, though. Don't listen to him.
I mean, according to most cat owners,
According to cat owners, what?
all cats are somewhat jerkish.
Oh, this one more than most.
To a degree.
Why not? I don't see why not. Oh, that's all that spell is anyway. Okay, Lady Sapphire, looks at the situation, and she's gonna cast Wall of Force. Sideways
Radical.
across the surface of the water. So that's what she does.
Let's get out of here.
Go on, get.
Let me see how long this thing lasts. It's 10 feet. Alright, yeah, that's her whole deal. And next up
Cool.
is it. So, it is going
thing?
to attempt to move
Mm.
upwards and be stopped by the Wall of Force. So, it moves sideways, and then it's going to burst out of the water and attack. So
No.
let's see. It has 7 right now.
Temp's action triggers now.
They're going to resolve simultaneously.
Okay.
Who's closest to the water's edge?
But probably me,
Okay.
as I'm trying to keep Nyx closer to the.
Crit fail.
Mm-hmm.
And 8. 17, does that hit?
Yes. No. Shield.
Okay.
Good, smart.
So it made 2 attacks on you, 1 crit failed, and 1 was a 17 and missed. It's gonna make an attack on Lady Sapphire and get a 22 to hit.
Ouch.
So she takes some damage. She has a lot of hit points, though. She has a lot of hit points. I think she's okay. Oh no, she's. She doesn't seem to be bothered by it in the slightest. It'll make another attack on her. Take another 10. She's still not bothered. Who else is near the edge? Mir.
Possibly near, yeah, because I was looking at the water, keeping
That's a
an eye on
19.
it. Darn it, that just. Yep.
Ouch.
And something that's way, way higher.
Oh.
Like, are we talking crit range
No.
here, or?
It was a lot. It was like 16 plus 8.
Oh. It's 24, and yes, that hits.
Okay.
Ouchie.
Ah, jeez.
That's plus 10.
Oh,
so
jeez.
That's 14
Wait, no.
piercing damage, and then
So
11
my
more.
IQ isn't high enough to understand
that's-
that show.
25
Ooh.
total.
Ooh.
25 points of piercing damage total.
There goes some hit
Youch,
points.
Mir.
It'll make an attack on Braun.
Darn. None of my resistances help.
It's only a 17. I don't think that hits you, Braun.
Okay.
Alright, so that is
no,
it.
it's not.
Temp, your attack triggers.
That is an unnatural 20.
That hits.
Coolio. That's right, I say Coolio. Where's my D4? Oh, heck it, I'll use it. Alright, that's gonna be 6 damage. Of the piercing variety.
Okay. Wait, why?
Dart?
Oh, it's a dart? Okay.
Yeah. I said I was gonna chuck a dart at it, not directly attack it.
Forgot, yep.
We weren't sure if it was gonna leap out of the water or stick a tendril out or what.
Yeah,
so.
okay. It's out of the water now. It's this massive lizard-like creature.
Oh.
It's very, very big. It is on the pathway, it blocks the entire pathway, and its tail drapes into the water.
Oh.
Does it look like it's made of yarn as well?
You know, oddly enough, it kind of does.
Huh!
Oh.
Next
I can't
up-
believe we're being stringed along like this.
Ah,
Well, the term is strung, but nice try. Mir, you're up next.
Well, it's a good story, right? A good yarn.
ah.
No, trust me, I'm naming.
I have been hit
Yarn.
a lot. It happens, yo. I am going to.
Use the power of hugs to heal yourself.
Well, I mean, Cure Wounds is a touch spell, so I guess I could hug myself to heal.
You can,
Oh.
yep.
Do it.
I will do that thing. And I will also summon a spiritual weapon to whack it a bit.
Sure.
19 to hit with the spiritual weapon.
Hits.
Oh. Right, big things. More hit points. Really? 9 damage.
What type?
I think it's force damage. Let's double check.
Okay. 90s.
Yeah, force damage.
Okay.
Cool.
That's your turn?
Yep.
So did you heal yourself or?
That's my action.
Oh,
That which I'm rolling right now.
okay. Next up is Nyx.
22. So I'm doing less of the die.
Okay. Nyx is going to attack it.
Be careful.
Wow. He rolled a 20. Not a natural 20,
Nice.
but an unnatural. Actually, that's a 22. Is Drake under? It's under G for guard Drake, right? H.
And Nyx does not like seeing
F, G, H.
bird friend
G,
munched.
H. G is before H. I forgot where guard drakes are. They're before giants, that's for sure. That's a fairy dragon. This is too far back. That's a flump. Please let me. Well, you're not useful to me. Oh, heck me. Heck! It's in Volos, isn't it? It's in Volos. Motherfucker. Hold on, I was looking for it in the monster manual, but it's actually in Volos. Oh god, no, all my pages. When you have too many things at once to handle.
to think near comes from the same volume.
Yeah, it's a darn shame.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't even. Hey! Totally meant to do that. I totally meant to do that.
Uh-huh.
All according to plan, ladies and gentlemen.
Edible.
All according to plan.
Okay.
Keep making puns like this, will leave us all in stitches.
3,
No!
6. Alright, he
Don't worry,
does-
I'm sure another good joke will knit us closer together.
He does 6 points of piercing damage to it.
Yeah, Nick! Woo! Little guy did as much as I did.
More,
Proud of him.
actually. Next up is Minato.
Nick is my son now.
JD, just
Yeah.
curious, what languages does Zakrau speak?
Let's go take a look. Tabaxi, Common, Elvish, Undercommon, Orin, Qualith, and Celestial.
Okay,
And Signed Braille, obviously.
so in that case, you wouldn't understand.
That's right.
As I yell out in Draconic, get ready, and throw oil all over it, like a whole vial.
It is sopping wet.
Uh-huh. And it's oil.
No, it's already wet because it was in the water.
Right. But, I mean,
Interesting. Alright, we'll see where
there's
this
a reason
goes.
you don't throw oil on a grease fire. I mean, not oil. There's a reason you don't throw water on a grease fire. You really shouldn't throw oil on a grease fire, but
For science, right?
Really shouldn't throw anything on a grease fire.
Yeah, really.
Baking
Except, like,
soda.
I don't know, human sacrifices, maybe? If that's what you're all about?
Thanks. No.
Okay, so is that your turn, Minato?
I mean, definitely don't do that. Oh,
Yes, that and
that kills people, Carl.
Hex? Does she still have Hex? I would
and
Hex it.
I also take a couple steps back.
Okay, that's fair. Did it attack you?
It attacked me earlier, yes.
Okay, then it's gonna take, and you're gonna take an attack opportunity on it. That's, a 24?
What do you get for not being a swashbuckler?
No matter what I do.
That is 8 damage.
Oh, that could have been worse.
It's got a lot of little bites. Okay. Is that your turn, Minato?
Yes.
Next up, Brahm.
I think I have an idea what Minato is doing, so I'm gonna keep my distance and not approach this thing covered in flammable oil.
Sure.
But I'll call out to the party that I have an idea what Minato's doing. Somebody
should-
light it up.
I should have made you roll an attack for the oil, honestly.
You want me to? I can.
Yeah, roll like a yeah, just roll in a fucking
ranged attack?
ranged attack, I
or
guess.
strength? Oh. We'll make it strength. I can't remember how it works in this edition.
I was gonna say ranged, but no,
I think
just
it's
a ranged
ranged
attack to throw something non-magical.
With or without proficiency?
I'm gonna say without. You've burned multiple buildings down, but I don't think you're proficient in it.
Mood.
Dang it. Have I burned buildings down?
You set an airport on fire.
You fooled us.
This is true. Then put it out promptly, but that's. Hold on a second, let me figure that out. That's going to be a 14.
That does not hit it, so you don't throw the oil on it, you throw the oil around it. And you splash this bottle across the floor.
That works just as well.
Okay. Alright, so Brahm, what are you doing?
Just calling out to the rest of the party what the idea I think Minato has.
Throw the hammer.
Throw it? Like,
Sure.
how
Raise
am I
hesitation
gonna get
there.
it back?
It doesn't return.
Never mind, I forgot it.
We need to get you a
Do you
chain.
just
of return.
assume that all weapons boomerang?
You know, I mean, with my luck.
That's racist.
What?
What?
Is it though?
No?
I am so deeply confused.
I'm so deeply confused.
Weaponist? Weaponist. There you go, weaponist. All
Sure.
weapons
I don't
return.
think that's a thing.
Regardless, are you gonna do anything else, Brom?
No, because I think I know what's coming next.
Alright, back to top of initiative. Temp.
Hey, I'm gonna move in and punch a guy.
Okay.
Let's go for a punch. That is not a punch. That's a crit fail. I didn't do the punch.
Okay.
So second attack. Oh. Am I gonna punch my friends?
Roll me a dexterity saving throw, actually.
Oh no.
Don't worry, I'm good at those. I'm
Generally.
really good at those. That's a 25 on my save.
Alright, that's fair. You critically miss this strike, and you almost fall prone by slipping on the oil that Minato threw out. But you catch yourself
Darn it,
at the
Minato.
last second. You'll have disadvantage on your next attack from the stumble.
Okay, so I'll make my second attack with disadvantage then.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
Just barely hits.
Alrighty. In that case, we're gonna do damage. I'm gonna spend a key point for a flurry of blows. Do these hits don't have disadvantage, correct?
Yes, it was just the one.
Alright. That's a 4, that's not gonna hit.
Mm-mm.
And the other one is a 14, so that's gonna be a 22.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Alright. That's gonna be 6 bludgeoning damage. It can't take reactions until the end of its next turn, and I'm gonna back away from it.
I hate the reactions bullshit.
So it can't make an attack.
You know
With
what? I'm
opportunity.
gonna change that right now.
It already used it on me anyway.
Fair enough. In that case,
No, you still probably want to back away from that flaming, or soon-to-be flaming oil.
in that case, I'm actually not gonna go for the can't make reactions. In that case, I want to make it. It must succeed on a dexterity save or fall prone.
Alright.
So it needs to save. It needs to do a dex save versus 13 or fall prone.
It succeeds.
All right, fine.
Are you backing away?
Yeah.
It's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
I thought it already took its attack against Minato.
I know.
Oh. It has some sort of special thing.
That is a 21.
That hits.
And that is 9 damage.
Okay, not that bad.
Is that your turn, Temp?
Yep.
This is only gonna work once. Woo! Zachary, you're up.
I want to yell to Lady Sapphire, do you think it's made by magic? Or like,
Made of yarn.
can we kill it the same way we killed the other thing?
No.
The rug.
No.
Okay. How heavy is it?
It is bigger than most things that you've ever fought, and completely saturated with water.
Is it heavier than 500 pounds?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's yarn soaked with water.
Yeah. It
Oh,
definitely
man.
is.
That gets pretty
But-
darn heavy.
Plan A and Plan B, they're both gone. Okay, give me a second.
What's a fireball?
I want to make. Oh God.
Fireball could do it.
This is a good monster.
How about oldie but a goodie? Enlarge, reduce. I would like to reduce it.
Okay.
I would like to change its Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 2.
A critical failure.
Okay, so it falls under the effects of your spell.
And now it's very tiny.
It's not, it just goes down 1 size class.
Yeah, so a little more manageable now.
It's a large size creature now.
Awesome!
So it's still the size of a horse.
It's still bigger than a horse.
Not the a house.
Horse. I thought horses were large-sized creatures.
Yeah,
thought
it's
houses
just,
were
it's just a
large-sized
bigger than a
creatures.
horse a little bit.
Okay.
Longer, probably.
Oh, for sure.
The water.
Okay. And then it subtracts a d4 from everything it does?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Anything else on your turn?
No, I can do checks to figure out what it is and what its weaknesses are.
You used your action already.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Alright. Next up is Lady Sapphire. She will... She'll cast Blur on herself.
Oh geez, she's going fast.
And then Firebolt it,
Mm-hmm.
which is a attack, I think. She hits, does some damage. How much damage is Firebolt?
An amount.
Yeah, it's like a
Wow.
D6 or something. Who knows? It's a cantrip, so it can't be much.
So those do go up with level.
That's true. I'll figure it out. Next up is it. Well, shit. Alright. Who's close to it?
I think I still am.
Did it not catch on fire?
Nobody set it on fire!
Nobody set it on fire.
Fire bolt.
Not yet.
Let me see. Well, now I have to figure out the damage on Firebolt.
Firebolt. Roll a move to fire. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage, which increases to 2d10 at 5th level, 3d10 at 11th level. A flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. I don't know if that applies here or not. I mean, it isn't an object, but it is covered in.
26. So she deals 26 points of damage to it with Firebolt.
Excuse?
Wait, what? What level is this woman?
Don't worry about it. 182,
Okay!
162, 156.
Does it catch on fire?
It is not being worn or carried, so... And it's also not... Well, it's a creature, technically, so no.
But the oil.
Yeah.
The Firebolt attacked the creature, not the oil.
Well.
Sorry.
Okay.
If it were a higher level fire spell, then yes, if it had like splash damage, but otherwise no. It's just a cantrip. It's going to charge forwards.
It's turn and be closest to it.
It's gonna take a couple bites at her. Oh! That's actually... Hold on just a second. Her firebolt actually catches it directly in one of its faces, and just incinerates its entire head. It's gone.
Really?
It is gone. All the way down the neck to the body. It's gonna charge forward. Take a couple bites at her. Hits with one of them. I'm right-handed. Who's close? Who else is close?
I think I was.
Alright.
At least before it charged forward. I don't know if it steamrolled over me or what.
That is a 16 and a 17 to hit.
Both of those actually miss.
Nice.
Because I am within range. Am I within range of allies for
Probably.
the armor to?
I don't see why not.
Okay, then yeah, both miss.
It'll take one snap at Nyx and hit him pretty bad. I don't know what his hit points are. Oh, he's alright. He's alright though for now. And then last attack will be at Braum, who's nearby. That's a miss.
Okay.
And as it sort of comes to a halt in the center of this group of people that is your party, you see where the incinerated bit of its neck was. The yarn, like, knits itself, and it doesn't close up. It knits itself outwards again
Another head.
into 2 more heads. It now has 8.
It's a yarn hydra.
Yarndra.
About to say.
Yarn?
Okay, next up is Mir.
I was actually gonna ask if we wanted to call it on that lovely cliffhanger end because it's 10 p.m.
That's fair, that's fair.
It grows 2 heads.
Actually, 10:10. Jeez.
Alright, yeah, we'll call it there. It
I
is a
think we
yarn
need one last
hydra.
thing before we can actually truly call it, and that is, of course, bum, bum, bum.
Well, you know. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and after the stream, and I'll be back to chat with you in just a minute. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by on this lovely evening. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Discord link in real quick for anybody who is lurking and does not yet know of our wonderful, amazing Discord server. So, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed tonight's session, and I hope you'll join us again next week for the continuation of this epic battle against the Yarn Hydra. It shouldn't be too hard for them, but they have a habit of dealing, like, a significant amount of damage, and then... Oh, Jesus. Shanty! Heyo! Thank you! Let me get your star up. What color were you? Black. Like the night. Heyo! Perfect. That's 6 months! That's 7 months! Holy moly! Thank you! Whoa, where was I? Oh yeah, the party has a habit of doing, like, just enough damage to kill one of the heads, which means it's just gonna keep regenning heads, which is great, but they will be doing damage to it this whole time. So, I'm excited to see how many heads it has at the end. I'm very, very excited. Because it's not like if it takes X amount of damage, one head dies. Like, you can kill multiple heads and then double the amount of heads at the end of its next turn. It's so good. I'm so excited. So, other than that, what day is it? Today's Tuesday? I don't know if I'll be streaming on Thursday because I have a one-shot to run on Saturday, and I'm going to be doing, like, a crap ton of work to get ready for it. I'm going to be set building, I'm going to be, painting some minis. Well, this is not related. This is just a dragon that I wanted for myself. But, oops, she just fell on the keyboard. Whoops. No, stand up, Caesarian. Got some stuff to paint. Couple folks here to take care of, but I'll be doing those. I'll probably be putting some of that and definitely the set stuff on Snapchat, so if you follow me on Snapchat, it's Falcolmreynolds, just like always. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll get some cool updates there. Let's see. So I don't know if I'll be back on Thursday. I probably will, depending on how much work I've gotten done, and because I have all Friday to do work as well. But I will let you guys know. I'll keep you updated on Discord. I'll try to use Twitter. I keep forgetting to use Twitter, and I feel bad about it, but I just do. Other than that, I will not be streaming Friday. I'm definitely not going to be streaming Friday because I will totally be doing crunch time work for this one shot that I'm part of. 100% I'm going to be doing that on Friday. But Thursday I'll probably be able to stream. And then I'll be back on Sunday, this coming Sunday as well. And this, big news, this is the last week where Tabletop Tuesday, where D&D is on Tuesdays. Next week, D&D is going to be on Friday, and then for the entirety of spring, D&D is going to be on Friday. So, keep that in mind, as we go into the spring semester, because a bunch of people's schedules all changed, and if you want to keep updated with this dope-ass campaign, you're gonna have to stop in on Fridays rather than Tuesdays. Do suggest a name for Fridays, because I literally don't have a name. I think, like, Fantasy Friday was the best one we had, and that's just not good. It's that or clever alliterative title D&D Friday, which is funny, but also just dumb. Let me see what song's playing. Written Imagination. I don't want that. I definitely don't want Ikaru. Enchanted Forest works. So, aside from that, I don't think I have much in the way of announcements. Based on, what issues should we address right now? If you can, write to your Congress members. The issue now is getting them to support the downstriking of the vote that repealed net neutrality. We need that to happen, or my stream is going to die because nobody will be able to watch and I won't be able to pay to be able to stream. So, if you could hit up your sweet Congress members and House members, House and Senate members, sorry, and just let them know how much you want them to not allow net neutrality to be repealed, that would be great for all of us. Because I love doing this for you, and I know you guys love coming here and watching this, and I want to be able to do that for you. So we need to keep working on that, and then come November, I need everyone to vote. Actually, before November, I need everybody to do it in the prelims. I need everybody to vote. So, I'll get more emphatic on that later on, but hey, it's the new year. Happy New Year, everybody! I hope this year will be much, much better than last year, because last year was pretty much just hell. Here's hoping that we kick this year in its ass and just rock it. The song for this year is Jump by Van Halen. So keep that in mind. That is the mood we're going for. Let's kick ass. Let's roll. I will see you guys on Thursday. Until then, good night.